Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2. How many sniffles do you have?
Sorry.
1.
Hello and welcome to TBD3B.
Oh, fuck. I thought you were going to say more. You had so much more to say in the first intro.
I forgot what I said. Coming
Hello
to
and
you for the first
welcome.
time in 2022.
There you go. Keep
Yeah,
going.
I
Keep
hope you
going.
enjoyed your holiday. This fine holiday that we're having.
Yes, I could not have said it any better. Thank you, Elan, for bringing us into the new season of TBD3B. We're on season 4, episode
Oh wow.
1 of season 4. And this is going to be episode 24 of TBD3B. So we're really close to nearing that 25 milestone and the 26 milestone. Do you know why 26 is a milestone?
Because it's funnier than 25.
No, that's not even a good guess. Do you want to try again?
No.
Okay. It's because there's 52 weeks in the year, and 26 would mean we've averaged more than one podcast every 2 weeks for a whole year because
Yeah,
we
it's pretty
started
good.
this around like April or so last year, I think. Pretty
Wow,
sure.
that means we were pretty dedicated at the beginning then. Because
Yeah, and then
towards the end we
really
were
just
not
fell
doing.
off, huh? It really just fucking died. That doesn't even make sense though. Like, do you remember, like, when did the school year end? It was like, I thought it was like mid-May, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but we had 8 episodes for that first season, and I don't think we did it every week, did we?
I mean, we
So,
definitely did it more often than when was our first one?
um, I actually don't know. I think I said April, but I think that's incorrect because April is the upload date of those first few episodes. But I think it's because I re-uploaded the first few episodes onto our TBD3B channel because it was on my personal YouTube channel before. So we actually might have started in like February or March, which would make more sense as to how we did actually 8 episodes for that first season, even though it
I see.
wasn't week after week. So as long as we get 2 more after this one, and then we'll have hit that 26 milestone of one every 2 weeks, like average
I didn't
throughout the
think we'd
whole
make
year.
it.
I think we can make it. COVID is trying its best to slow us there, as if you cannot tell, this episode is a little bit different from all of them from the previous season because hopefully only for this episode we are both talking through laptop microphones right now.
Actually,
As
I'm talking through my Sony headphone microphone.
whoa, exotic. Is
Yeah.
this a new device that you got over the winter break?
No, these are just earbuds. I've always had these. It's just my old laptop had separate headphone jacks, like one for the microphone and one for the headphone, so I couldn't use them as
Mm.
both. Now I can use them as both with my brand new laptop.
Oh. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's
because
cool.
my laptop microphone is not that great.
Yeah. Well, it's nostalgic, right? Actually, I don't know. This is a new laptop you have, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So, how did this new laptop even come about? Because when did
Well,
you
okay, this is
replace
what I
it?
sound like with the other microphone, just for your FYI.
It sounds the same.
Oh shit, maybe it's not the same then. Or maybe it is the same. What about
I
this?
did pick up a
The
little
same?
bit of my own feedback was coming through a little bit. I think when
Oh
you
yeah.
switched. So, probably want to just stick with whatever you had before.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll just make it to fall. What were you saying?
How did you get this new laptop? When was it?
Um, yeah, so I mean, my old laptop broke because of the TSA.
When was
And
this?
so this was when I came back from Thanksgiving.
Mm,
So
that makes sense. We
Yeah.
had literally one episode in between, so I don't think we talked about it.
Did we not talk about it really?
I don't think so.
That would be strange if we didn't.
Well,
Yeah.
the reason is because that last episode, um, we did it right after like we finished our finals and shit, right? So I don't think that was
Yeah.
like a big conversation topic talking about laptops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the TSA broke it. How did you discover it was broken? Was it like when you were when you touched back down in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I mean, I got back to the apartment. I opened my laptop, and it was completely destroyed. So, I mean, the screen was like, couldn't see anything on it.
Oh, really? It
So,
was like a crack screen?
wait, did I not show you?
No, you never
Really?
showed me. Like I knew about it, but because you were asking around for another laptop, but I never saw
Mm,
the damage.
okay, well, let's see if I can
Yeah,
show
but
you a picture
you can
to
show me a
everyone.
picture afterwards.
Yeah, okay.
Um, but so apparently you had a cracked screen on it. It was like that busted.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Oh man.
I mean, I probably could have gotten it fixed, but like that thing was ancient anyway.
Hmm.
So thought it was might as well get a new one. You know.
So what did you upgrade to?
This is an ROG Zephyrus
Oh, okay.
from Asus.
Wait, I thought you were gonna
Has,
get the Dell. Like there was a G5 or something.
no, I mean is this? I think this is also called the G5, isn't it?
The ROG? No, it's called the
Yeah,
Zephyrus, isn't it? That's what you just said. Oh,
yeah, but
G503. It has like a number.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Um,
Okay. And how are you
yeah,
liking it?
it's pretty good. I can run things unlike my last laptop, which is nice. It's also lighter, which is nice.
Yeah. Battery
Um,
life?
it's also better. I mean, it's like 5 hours or something.
Oh, that's much
Which
better
is
than your like what was it
old one.
before?
It was like barely 2 hours, if that. Um, so yeah, I like it overall.
What graphics
Um,
card do you have in there?
it's RTX 3070.
Wow. And
Yeah,
have
yeah,
you
significantly better than the GT 755 that one had.
have
Uh,
you taken advantage of it yet? Doing any
um,
gaming?
well, I played some. I played like 20 minutes of The Witcher. I think that was like the most intense gaming I did on it.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really play too many games this break. Uh, I played like Minecraft, but that's not intensive at all without mods.
How about with
Um,
mods? Did you try it with mods?
no, I mean I might soon because my friends are running up a modded Minecraft server soon. So we'll see.
Hmm.
We'll put it to the test.
Okay.
See how many frames I get. It's also it has a 165 hertz monitor, which is pretty good. It's very smooth.
That's such a weird number, 165.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I think it's like a thing though.
Like most laptop screens are 120, 144, or 240. I think this is the first one I've heard that's 165 hertz.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about monitors, but
I mean, I don't think you have to know much. It's just like the refresh rate. It's like bigger is better, yeah,
yeah,
or it
yeah.
looks
No, I
smoother.
mean about like standard monitor frame rates,
They're usually
refresh rates.
60. That's like the standard.
That I
Yeah,
know. My last one was 16. I mean, this is like a very noticeable change,
yeah.
which is
It's like
nice.
very smooth. Yeah,
Hmm.
very nice. That's cool. Um, you said you were playing The Witcher on there. Was that a game you like bought, or you've already had that
I
before?
had it for a while. I don't know why I hadn't,
Yeah,
but
well,
I had.
did you get it for free? That's probably why.
I don't
Maybe.
know. I honestly don't remember getting it, um, but I've had it for like forever.
Is that like the most graphically intense game you could think of?
I mean, it's like a AAA title that was like critically acclaimed, and it was in my library.
Mm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
um, what's a graphically intensive game that comes to mind?
Um,
Cyberpunk. Well, I have to pay money for that one. Uh,
Uh,
Microsoft Flight Simulator. I played like 20 minutes of that also
on your laptop?
on my laptop. Yeah.
Then you
Uh,
isn't that cost money too?
yeah, I bought it.
Oh, you bought it,
Yeah, yeah.
and then
Because
you
I
only
really wanted
played
to
20
play
minutes.
it. Then I stopped playing like
Dude, the number of times you've talked about this game, like you have a fucking joystick for the game, and you've only played 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess. Yeah, I don't really know
I can't
why.
I can't make fun of you too much for that because I kind of do the same thing to a lesser degree. There was a game that I was super not I wouldn't say hyped about, but it was like a game that I wanted to buy when it was on sale. And when it was on sale, I bought it. And then since then, I've only put like 2 hours, 3 hours in it.
Yeah.
Even though I had the whole winter break, like I haven't even
Yeah,
opened
this
it.
winter break, I did like nothing that I wanted to do. I wanted to like read. I mean, okay, that's like always.
Let's just go back to the previous podcast. Yeah.
Oh
You know
boy.
what?
No, I did not put up the Christmas lights. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Nothing ever changes as the podcast was, and I think we have.
We also got our Christmas tree extremely late. We got it like a
That's
week and a
no
half before
excuse. Putting up the
Christmas.
Christmas lights outside
No,
is
that's another thing we
opposite.
talked about on the podcast. You asked me when we get our Christmas tree, and I say like around December 1st. That was wrong. We got it like very late.
Okay, when did you get it?
We got it like a week and a half before Christmas.
A week and a half before. Okay, that's still like a
I
week
mean,
and a
it's like a
half before
reasonable time. That's
Christmas.
like
Yeah.
it was much later than I
Also,
had.
that
But,
does not affect your ability to put up the lights outside the house
okay,
where you
that
don't
wasn't my
need the
point,
tree
Patrick. I was saying something that was tangentially related. Okay.
because you're trying to deflect from from what you did not do. All right, okay. So number one, you didn't put up the Christmas tree lights. Number two, I think you said you wanted to do more reading.
Yeah, I haven't read a single page of a book.
Oh fuck! Did you even have a book you were planning to read?
Yeah, the second half of the Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, and you didn't read
Yeah,
it.
I've been reading that book. I've been reading that book since before we started the podcast.
And how much have you accomplished? Have you finished over the
I'm halfway
course?
through.
No, like
I
so you've read like
oh
halfway throughout this
I said
podcast.
no. I think I stopped reading it around when we started the podcast.
Oh my god.
I read half of it in like a month, and then I stopped. It's a good book
Okay.
though. I recommend
So
at
then
least
why
the
don't
first
you
half.
finish it?
Anyway, dude, I'm like incapable of committing to things. I don't understand. It's like impossible for me to do anything.
Yeah. Do you think you have
Like I
a
literally cannot do anything.
do you think you have a short attention span?
Maybe.
Um why maybe? Like is
I mean,
it
I don't know.
reason I ask that is cuz it's a thing a lot of people talk about with how content like shorter is like better everywhere now. That's why TikToks like they're very bite-sized. They're like under a
Mhm.
minute all the time, under 30 seconds most of the time, like very short videos. YouTube shorts are very popular just because they're very short as well. They have to be under a minute. And it seems like it's just gotten harder for me to, when I start something, to stay focused on it and continue with whatever I started for an extended period of time. I found out
Yeah, you
that
say that, but you linked me 2 hour-long documentaries to watch.
okay, but that doesn't the thing is you have to like it's not like I watched all of them in one go. Like the second one I linked you, which was about like poverty, right? I didn't even finish that one. I watched like the first 30 minutes and
Oh
then
my.
I took a break. I watched like 10 more minutes and then I never finished it.
Oh
Um
my
and
god.
this happens with like movies. Like, have you noticed when you watch movies with your friends? Have you ever watched movies with your friends at like at a friend's house or something? So it's not at a movie theater.
Sure, yeah.
Do they ever have their phones out at the same time?
Um, Maybe. I mean, I probably taken out my phone.
Okay, right? That's just like a symptom of that, right? Where you feel the need to not just watch the movie and only focus on that, but you have to take out your phone and like distract yourself for like a
Well, only
minute
if
or
it's a
so.
movie that I've seen before,
Okay.
so I know what's going on.
So if
I
it's a
usually
movie you
don't.
haven't seen, then you'll pay attention fully.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know. Yeah, probably. I will.
Yeah,
I don't like missing details because then I get confused.
that makes sense. Because I find myself often having to do stuff in like smaller chunks. Like with that movie example, when I sometimes watch movies, a lot of the times now I'll just have my phone nearby and I'll find myself not always fully paying attention to the movie and I'll be doing something on my phone at the same time. And I think that's just a symptom of the short attention span that I was talking about,
So you're saying that
which
people in general are trending towards shorter attention spans?
I think so. I think the biggest evidence of that is just the fact that all the most trendy content is always short, like
Mm-hmm.
very short, like
Sounds
couple
like something out
seconds.
of 1984. I wouldn't know. The book was too long. I didn't read it.
You're a funny guy. Good one. That doesn't even make sense though. 1984 wasn't about shorter attention spans, was it?
They had like that basic, the Newspeak, right?
Was that about short attention spans?
Well, it made everything simpler, right? It was like,
Oh, well, I
I
guess.
don't know. I mean, it was also like chiefly made for propaganda, so yeah, it wasn't really the same thing.
Sure, sure. Makes sense. Um, so before this podcast was starting, you were doing a lot of French practice. So is this a little hobby that you've picked up over the winter break?
Yeah, it's another one of those things that I'll do for like a couple weeks, and then I'll give up on.
I don't know.
I'm
You've been
telling you
doing
right
it
now.
for at least a week now. We
I've been
called like
doing it
last
for
week,
exactly
and
14 days, 2 weeks
okay,
exactly.
that's already better than a lot of
Mm,
things. It's better than Soul
well,
Rider already.
well, Soul Rider, I never started.
Well,
So
we did have one meeting about it, remember?
yeah,
And then nothing came from it.
uh-huh.
FYI, Soul Rider is a joint project that we were going to work on, and then he never worked on, and then I never
Hmm.
worked on after that. So,
Oh, you didn't do that over winter break either?
no, I think I told you,
Unfortunate.
like, um, I did say that as like a goal, right, on the last
Hmm.
podcast.
I think
I
you
think I
did.
did like half my goals. There's some of them that I did, and then some of them like Soul Rider I did not do. So
That's good.
it's a
Yeah,
bit
I didn't have
split.
any goals. My only goal was
Yeah, you
to put up
did
the Christmas lights and
the Christmas lights and
the Christmas
reading,
lights and the reading. Yeah,
and you
which
didn't
I
do
mean they're
any.
like fake goals.
Why are they fake?
Well, it's not really a thing, you know. It's like there's nothing to accomplish. It's just except for the lights. You know, the lights I didn't do. Okay, I'm
The
sorry.
reading is something to accomplish too. You could read more.
Yeah, but the reading is like it's kind of abstract, you know. What does it mean to read?
It means to read a book. I think that's
Yeah,
what you were
but
saying with your goal.
no. But you see, like books are very complex things, you know. Like the extent to which we analyze them in literature classes, you know, like AP Lit. That's like a different level of reading than like you know like looking at the words and understanding the story, you know. So what does it really mean to read a book?
I think it was just Jesus Christ. Okay, you know what?
So yeah, what does it mean? Because your level of understanding, like it's a comprehension thing, right? How do you
Okay,
define? How do you know that you have read a book? When can you say that you have read a book?
when I read it cover to cover and
So
I
what does
understood the
reading mean,
plot.
though? But if you were say you were to be tested on the book, okay, and you have to, which details are you allowed to miss?
Well, it depends
Because
on what
obviously
I'm
you don't
being
remember
tested
everything.
on. If I'm in a AP Lit class, then I would be reading for literary motifs and themes and symbolism and shit like that. But if I'm
Yeah, but
reading
you're not
it
going to remember
for,
any of that, right?
what do you mean? I'm
So
not gonna remember
when
any
you're
of
when
that.
you're casually reading, right? You can only keep so many things in your brain, you know.
Yeah, I'm reading what I think I need to know to continue enjoying the book, be it characters, the most important things that have happened in the story and the plot. I feel like those are the two most important things you probably want to remember, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just like when I read a book,
You're
it's
saying all of this, but you were the one who put your own goal of more reading, so you should be the one who knows what your own goal was when you said more reading.
yeah. As I told you, they're fake goals. They're not real.
Fucking hell. Well, that's just a cop out. Like you can't just say that afterwards and be like, "Oh, they weren't even real goals, so I wasn't even gonna try and do them."
Well, they were. I mean,
This is the bad attitude. It's not a good attitude.
all my goals throughout my whole life have been fake. I've accomplished
Jesus
nothing.
Christ. Okay, let's go back to the French thing. This is
Mm.
maybe it wasn't a goal, but it's at least something you've stuck to for 2 weeks. So tell me how this came about.
Um. So I'm going to France, most likely
Wow.
in September,
All right.
and I would like to not be completely clueless when in France, where they
Okay,
speak French.
that's good. Have
Um,
you done any practice with your friends who will be going to France with you?
no, actually, I
Hmm.
don't even think they're learning French at the
Yeah.
moment.
What if they're not? You're gonna be the designated translator when you're over there. I'm
That's
guessing.
really unfortunate for them, huh?
Do they speak French or English in the school?
The school speaks English.
Okay.
Um, if they spoke French, that would not work.
Yeah, that just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing the people there, like, do you know if the student body of the school and the people that you're going to be interacting with, if they're mostly going to be French or it's going to be like a good international mix?
I don't know actually. Um, I
Because
would. I mean,
that could inform you on how much French you actually need to know to make friends and get by.
well, I mean, we'll still be like in France where the language is French, so
Yeah,
no matter what, it's going to be useful. I don't think.
that's true.
And anyway, everybody in the school has to speak English because it's an English school.
Hmm.
So,
I know,
I
but
don't think.
if the majority of the people there are like French, it'd still be more
Yeah,
um,
that's true.
comfortable for them to converse.
But
I
I don't think
guess.
I can get to the level of conversation in
Yeah,
6 months.
it'd
That's
be
like very
tough.
hard.
Yeah.
Très
Okay.
difficile, right? Très dur, as they say.
Yeah. What is your goal then of all this practice? Like, what do you think? Is it just to learn as much as possible, or are there certain
Yeah.
benchmarks
See,
that you
that is
set?
another example of a bad goal. That is learn as much as possible. Terrible goal.
Okay,
Um,
so is that your goal, or is there
yes.
a better goal? Okay. Why don't we spend some time and revise that goal right now? How about that?
Okay. All right. All right.
So, what makes a better
Um,
goal? What's a better
what makes
goal?
a better goal?
Yeah.
Concrete, easy to verify, um, sort of. Uh, what do you call them? Like action items.
Yeah, easy to
Can
verify
you
the
do this?
results that you've like
Yeah.
achieved the goal. Okay, so how
Mm-hmm.
about this? Um, you're learning French right now. How are you learning French? Are you using flashcards? Are you watching videos? What are you doing?
Yeah. So at the moment, I uh, am doing three things, and I'm about to be doing a fourth. Um, I have this flashcard thing called Anki. This is like basically exclusively for memorizing vocabulary. Um, And so I downloaded a deck called 5,000 Most Common French Words, and I'm going down the deck. So
Hmm.
far I have learned whatever 376 plus 105 is. What is
Okay.
that?
That's
400,
481.
481 words I've seen in French that I know the meaning of.
Solid.
And then I'm doing Duolingo, which is like also vocabulary, but it gives you some like very basic phrases and like conjugation stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now that's also not enough because to learn a language you actually have to listen to people speaking French, and like see French like in the wild. So there's this show from the '80s called French in Action, and
Hmm.
uh, it's entirely in French, and it is made to learn French.
Okay.
Um, and so it's this professor from Yale.
So it's
Uh,
like Dora the Explorer.
yeah, kind of. Except Dora is in English. This is in French. So it's like extremely hard because everything they're saying is in French, and you start out speaking no French. And so what they do is they like, for one thing, they speak very slowly, um, except for when they don't, in which case it's like very hard to understand them. Uh, but they repeat things a lot. They'll like say the same phrase over and over again, and then they'll show like scenarios um, where like what they're saying makes sense in context, you know? And then
Okay.
like as they repeat it, it'll like become more and more obvious what they're saying, you know, like what it means. And then they'll spell it. They'll like put it on the screen what they just said. Uh,
Mm.
and then, but I really like it because it's there's like a story. They're like making a story as they go along. So there's like there's this American exchange student going to France. He meets this girl, Mireille,
Oh, so like
Mademoiselle
it's like
Mireille.
an actual show in that there's like a story and
Mm-hmm.
characters.
And so
But
as we go along in the story, you learn French. So I
okay.
really, really like it. It's kind of funny because the jokes are very corny. And it's like it's sort of the way it's framed. It's like there's a professor and a class, right? And the professor's teaching the class French, and he's like, "Okay, nous avons inventé une histoire avec un jeune homme et une jeune fille." And he's like, "Today we're going to invent a story." A story with a young man and a young woman, um, and it's going to be useful for learning French. And then the class is like, okay. And then the camera like pans over to the story, and it's like, yeah,
Mm.
that's good. Um, so I really, really like. Honestly, you should watch it. I mean, if you wanted to learn French, I
You
recommend
know,
it.
I'm getting interested just from like the cheesy setup that you described.
Uh-huh.
I'm a sucker for cheesy stuff a lot of the times. Do you get English subtitles to assist you?
No,
No.
I do
Is there
not.
an option?
Um,
No.
well,
How
I
am
have
I
this.
gonna watch it then? I'm not trying to fucking learn French.
I have a Chrome extension.
The
Um,
auto translates.
I don't know what this is. It's called what is it called? It's called LR. Uh, Language
LR.
Reactor. Language Reactor.
Whoa. Okay. What does this
And it
do?
puts like it's like subtitles advanced for YouTube and Netflix. Um, and so basically what it does is it like I used to have this problem. So I think like 2 summers ago I watched La Casa de Papel in Spanish with Spanish subtitles. Okay. Um, and naturally, because I don't speak any Spanish, it was very hard for me. And so I would like listen to it, not understand. Um, then I would want to go back and read the subtitle, right? But the problem is when you go back on Netflix, right? You like hit the left arrow key or whatever. It takes you back like 10 seconds, which is like a million miles in the past. And so you'd have to wait. And then so if you didn't get it again, right? You'd have to rewind again 10 seconds. And it's like you're watching the same 10-second loop over and over again, and it's like super long, right? Like I don't know if you've experienced this, but 10 seconds is like a super long time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So anyway, this thing, among other things, but the feature that I like the most is that you can go back one subtitle at a time. So you rewind to the last subtitle.
Wait, and this is done in a browser extension? Like it'll
Yeah,
rewind the video exactly back one subtitle as well?
yeah. Well, at least on YouTube it does. I haven't tried it with Netflix. It's really good.
Interesting.
Anyway, uh, it'll show both languages, your target language and your native language, as the subtitle. That's like the big thing it does. So you can look at both at once if you want to.
Wow. And this is done completely free?
Completely free.
And so with this extension in mind, it seems like the best use is with video content, like you're describing YouTube. So have you been watching
Yeah.
French videos as well then?
Nope. I've been very extremely lazy.
Then what have you been
It's
using
very
this
hard.
for? Is it just for the movie that you were talking about?
I haven't actually really been using it at all. But
Oh.
I was saying because when I first started, um, I was sort of learning how to learn. So I was reading a bunch of resources on like how to get started or whatever. And then this thing was recommended, so I got it.
I see.
Yeah, so it's like okay. I don't really use it for French in action because the intent of the program is for you not to rely on anything except for what they're telling you.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to. Oh, it's like hard though because they're. I mean, they just start speaking French at the very start. It's like at the very beginning. It's like people speak French. Some English guy says, American guy, people speak French. And this show, they only speak French, and then that's like the only English the whole show. And then it might be difficult at first, but you'll get used to it. And then they jumped into the French.
Have people so how many is like a show? How many seasons are there? How many episodes are there?
Um, so I'm on they're 30-minute episodes, and there are 52 in total.
Okay. And how many have you
I'm on
watched?
episode 6. I'm on episode 6 currently, halfway
Okay.
through.
Do you feel any appreciable gain in French ability after watching 6 episodes?
Um, my ability to listen, I think, is a lot better now.
Okay.
Um, I think, yeah, because before when I first heard them speak, I could not understand anything. I was like, holy moly!
Mm-hmm.
But then you get used to it. So
Right. So
yeah,
like the four types, the four skills required for learning a language. You got reading, writing, listening, and speaking, right?
correct. Yes,
I don't think you're gonna have to do a lot of writing when you're there. Seems
correct.
like something that is not necessary.
Not a
And
priority, and also I cannot write. If you ask me to spell a word in French, I would not be able to do it. Impossible. Impossible.
impossible.
They say
I'm
impossible.
sorry, I don't know French. So
Um,
writing's out of the question. You're practicing your reading here and listening, I'm guessing, from the show.
reading,
Is there
listening.
reading? Like
There's no reading.
okay.
Other than the like when they spell out the word for you.
Okay, so it's more of
Um,
listening.
yeah, it's mostly listening.
So how
Um,
about reading and speaking?
so, um, so reading. Okay, yeah, so speaking. That's what I was saying. Is about to be another, right? So, um, my friend knows somebody who's like almost fluent in French.
Almost fluent.
Well, she learned in school, but like she's like I don't know. She's apparently pretty good. So,
Okay.
um, so yeah, she offered to like uh, converse in French. But the problem is like I am incapable at the moment of like joining words together. Um, so I don't really know how to start. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, because I know a bunch of words.
Like vocab
Kind of.
words.
Yeah,
Okay.
but The issue is that's good for reading in a sense because if I look at the word in French, I can translate it to English, right? And that's good for getting the gist of what the sentence is saying, right? That's decent. It's okay for listening, right? Because if I hear the word, well, the card is like fancy. So it like has the pronunciation also. Like you can like play the pronunciation.
Oh, the Anki thing you're doing?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it's like super. The deck is very nice. It not only does it have the translation of the word, it also has example sentences, translations for the example sentences. It links the Wiktionary page for the word, and it has the pronunciation of the word also. It does everything.
So this is the pre-made deck, the top 5,000 words that you're using.
Yeah,
It's not like you created it yourself.
No.
Okay.
It's a very popular deck for French.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like okay for listening because I hear how the word is pronounced, and then I can go onto the French in action, and then he'll like say the word, and I'll be like, I know what that means, and so then it reinforces itself, you know. But yeah, speaking is the thing that I'm lacking, right? That's like very important, important, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Just the other thing about French, the cognates. So in Spanish, the cognates are like kind of funky because they add letters at the end or whatever, like importante, you know. But in French, it's literally the exact same word, just in a French accent.
Didn't you say it was importante?
Importante, importante en español.
No. You said for French it was important.
Important dans le français.
Okay.
Oui.
Is that just like a pronunciation where the IM at the start is like M instead of im?
Yeah.
Okay.
IM is M, and then IN also. Like wine is VIN. Vin.
Vim. Oh, all right.
No, VINN.
Oh. Okay.
Like vine without the E.
All right.
Vin. Un verre de vin. It's a glass of wine.
Sounds about right. Okay.
What was I saying? Yeah, so that's speaking. Hopefully, I'll be able to get to a point soon where I can talk to my friend's friends. And that'll be good. Also, I guess the people I'll be going with, if they learn French, we can talk to each other.
Yeah, maybe you should like talk with them about that because I'm wondering if they feel any of the need of that you are doing right now of learning French.
Also, we keep saying they plural. It's just one person.
Oh, I thought you had I thought Herdesh was going to go as well.
No, I think your desk decided against it in the end.
Okay, well, you know, we're saying they to be inclusive. It's 2022. You know, we're not bigoted here. Is that bigotry? Right. I don't even know if that's bigotry.
I mean, I'm pretty sure his preferred pronouns are he,
preferred pronouns. There we go.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, I mean, I talked to him. He was like, "Yeah, we should learn French," and then that was the last we talked about it. I mean, he's down to learn, but I don't know what he's done.
Down to learn and actually learning are two different things, right? It's like saying a goal and then actually doing the goal. It's like the difference between saying you're going to put up the lights for Christmas and then actually doing it. There's a big difference, right? I'm sure you understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, his girlfriend also speaks French, ish. I mean, not ish, yeah, like pretty well. Because she goes to school in Montreal.
That's just a prerequisite for going to school in Montreal.
No, but Montreal is like French. It's like similar to me going to an English-speaking school in Grenoble, right?
Okay.
Although that's like Quebecois French, which is they pronounce words very strangely over there.
Okay. So you talked about like three different things. You have the flashcards, you have this show that you're watching, and you are planning on talking with your friend's friend who is almost proficient in French to practice your speaking.
Correct. I guess you can call her my friend now because.
Oh, have you even talked with her yet?
We have exchanged some words. I have a very low bar for calling somebody my friend.
All right. Have you actually
uh,
done one of these like talking sessions yet of like
no,
practicing?
because
Oh,
I don't know any. I can't put words together. You know, I can like barely conjugate verbs. Um, so it's tough. Oh, and also you missed one. Duolingo. There's a thing.
Duolingo.
People always shit on Duolingo because it's. I mean, I don't know. It's you can't do it on its own, right?
Yeah.
Because um, it's lacking in certain aspects.
Is that so? I listed like 3 or 4 things. Are those all the things? I think you said there was like another thing you were gonna add, or was it
The other thing I was going to add is the speaking.
the speaking? I see. Okay.
Yeah, it would be nice to um, be able to hold a conversation like
Yeah.
spontaneously in French, but like to be conversational. So there's this thing. It's called. It's like an international standard for language proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's CEFR. I don't know.
CEFR.
I call it CEFR for short.
Okay.
Um, it's like I don't know, something for Common European Framework of Reference for Languages. That's what it stands for.
Of course, it's European. All right.
Um, yeah, and so there's like 6 brackets of proficiency, right? So there's like uh, the A1, A2 levels, the B1, B2, and then the C1, C2, right? And so the A levels are basic, the B levels are independent. And independent, in my mind, means conversational, and that sounds like extremely hard to you want to clear the basic level in 6 months. Impossible, right? And then the C level is like you're fluent, you know,
Mm,
like you can understand anything pretty much.
okay. So what's your goal? A1, A2?
So A1 is not enough to do like anything. So
I'm
A1 is
seeing right
like
now there's a pre A1, A1, and A2. Do you think you're at A1 right now?
I don't think I'm at A1 right now.
Oh,
I don't
so
think I could pass an A1
you're
test.
still in pre A1.
Yeah,
Oh
I mean,
shit.
I'm definitely not. But 2 weeks is not enough to do anything. You know,
Okay.
um, I can read some sentences if they're constructed simply,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because I've seen words and I can just translate them. Even though I don't know the conjugation of things, it's like I can piece things together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but and another thing is like these are like real things you can like test into. Like they offer tests. Um, and part of the test is writing. So I will probably never actually be A1.
I know, but
Um,
you can judge yourself, right? About
yeah,
like
yeah.
what level you're at.
With the other things. Um, actually, on the Wikipedia page, it's they have a chart here with they have like ranges for number of hours necessary to study a language, and one of the things is French. So to reach B1 will take 360 to 400 hours, which is not that bad. You know,
Mm.
days till September 1st. There are 228 days, 228 plus the 14 days that I've already been doing, 242 days. Let's say like 500 hours. That's like 2 hours a day.
Yeah, but there's no way you're doing 2 hours a day.
Why the hell not?
Because you're not going to.
Okay,
If you can't put up the lights as a goal, I really highly doubt you're gonna commit 2 hours for this.
okay. Let's see. I'll wake up early in the morning. Do my French.
That is the biggest joke right there. What the fuck?
I'll wake up early in the morning. I'll go work out, and then I'll do my French, and then I'll go to class. Yeah.
I am sure that's gonna happen. Wow,
Uh-huh.
that is like a pipe dream and a half. That's like a pipe
Thank
dream
you.
and two halves. That's like
I
even.
appreciate your support. I appreciate your support.
I was really rooting for you, after that last podcast episode. Those were
Uh-huh.
very attainable goals. Just putting lights up outside, reading more. Like it's so open-ended and you still didn't accomplish that. So how am I supposed to realistically believe that you're going to do 2 hours every day here? When you don't do 2
It's
hours.
easier. It's easier if I have somebody to do it with. And so
Okay.
if my friend pulls through and actually learns, maybe it'll
Which
be, hey,
friend
why
are you
don't you
talking
should
about?
join in. My
Which
friend that's
friend are
going
you
to
talking about?
Grenoble.
Oh, the Grenoble friend? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Or you can do it with me, We could
Why
learn
would I
French
do
together.
that? Why would I learn French?
Yeah, it's like fun. You can brag to people that you know how to speak French.
Are you having
Yeah.
fun these past 14 days doing
No.
this? Okay. You're a great salesman, see?
No, it's like cool. It's like
Didn't you say French was a shit language?
what? No. How would I say that? It's a beautiful language, great culture,
Mm,
very, very friendly people.
yeah, as I've heard.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
All the hallmarks necessary to convince me. I don't know, man. Even if your friend does it with you, how do you know he's going to stick with 2 hours every day?
Because we'll be doing it together.
No
Yeah.
way. You're not even going to have time. You're going to be spending all the time that you have fucking doing OS instead. Some shit like that.
Nah, come on. OS will be easy, I'm sure.
All right, buddy. All right, buddy.
Look, I'm only taking 3 classes. All right. This is
Uh-huh.
this is my 4th class. This is my 12-unit course.
If
Wait,
if
what is
it's your fourth class, why don't you actually take like French 1 at
like
CMU? You could actually do that, I bet.
it conflicts with bug catching.
No way. No way. You're
Yeah.
capping.
I checked.
You actually checked.
I checked. Yeah.
Okay, then don't
Again,
take
I'm
bug
dedicated,
catching.
bro. I wanted to learn French.
Oh my god.
Look, this will be my what 2 hours? This will be my 28-unit class. Okay.
28
French.
Unit? Why is this
Yeah,
28 unit?
it's 28 hours a week. 14 times 2. Oh, 14 is 14-unit class. 14-unit class.
Oh my god.
See, this is why I'm not a math major. Okay? 14
Jesus Christ. How do you say Jesus Christ in French?
No idea.
All right.
Noel is Christmas, though.
Okay. So, Jesus Noel.
Well, Christmas, not Christ exactly.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to. I'm at least giving it an attempt. It seems like see, you didn't even give a suggestion. I'm trying to. I heard that. What was it? Why don't you say it out loud here?
Jésus Christ.
Jesus. Okay, I was close.
Yeah,
Wait, no, I wasn't. I was
I
not
was
close at all.
I was telling Patrick. Was I telling you during the podcast? I don't even remember. But
Who are you talking to? I was telling Patrick as if I'm not right here.
no, like before the podcast. I was talking to the audience.
Oh, okay, I see.
Wait, does it during the podcast that I said the French cognates are literally just the English words but with a French accent?
Yeah, you said
Okay.
or maybe I don't know. Maybe you said
This is
it before.
This is another example of it's literally spelled the same way as in English, except there's an accent over the E. The only difference is there's an accent over the E.
Well,
Jésus Christ.
exciting.
The other thing about French, oh my god, dude. There are so many vowel sounds. It's actually insane.
Yeah.
In Spanish, Spanish is like extremely easy. I used to think that was like cool because I could imitate the Spanish accent, Literally, Spanish is the easiest language in the whole world to pronounce the words. Okay, literally all the letters are pronounced except for H. Okay, and they're all consistent. They always sound the same. Okay.
Okay.
In French, there's like Okay, sorry. Let me continue a little bit about Spanish. In Spanish, there are 5 vowel sounds. All right, a, e, I, o, u. Okay, and every word in Spanish, if it has a vowel, it's one of these 5 vowel sounds. Occasionally, you'll like combine 2 of them together. All right, it's called a diphthong. In
Okay.
French, there are 16 vowel sounds.
How many are there in English? Give me a comparison.
English, I think there's quite a few.
Like,
Let me see.
there might be 16 too.
Yeah, but I'm not learning English, am I, Patrick?
Okay. All right.
There are 14 vowel sounds in English, according to
Okay, so it's
dictionary.com.
close. It's close.
Well,
All right.
anyway, these French vowel sounds are completely different to the English ones. All right, there's 2 e sounds. There's an e and then there's an e, and they're distinct. Yeah, they're not the same sound.
Okay.
There's 2 u sounds. There's an u and then there's an u. There's also That's also a distinct sound. U, u, all different sounds.
Mm.
There's the e and the a, the a, of course, the o's and the o's. It's actually like
Sound like you said the same thing twice.
yeah, that's because I did. But and each of those vowel sounds, right, has a nasalized component, right? Because French is for some reason, I don't know why the heck, they all sound like Squidward, all right? They're very extremely nasalized. All the words, right? So you have like the on and the u and the and the on and the u and the u and the u, and they all have their nasalized versions. Right? Je suis américain. And so you have to keep track of all this stuff. All right. They have these like strange spelling rules where fucking 10 letters in a row forms a single vowel sound, and you just have to like know what it is, you know. And then if it's followed by an N, then you nasalize it. The last letter or 2 or 3, who knows, of the French words are not pronounced, you know, or sometimes all the letters are pronounced, or sometimes some of them are pronounced, and you like skip over them, right? Like with the case of N, you like don't pronounce the N or whatever. I don't know. There's like liaison. So if you end with an S, and then you usually don't pronounce the S at the end, right? But if you're followed by a word with a vowel, then you'll pronounce the vowel. I mean, fuck, you'll pronounce the S at the end because of the vowel, so that it like flows naturally. Except sometimes you don't, and you drop off the F still, and then you pronounce the vowel anyway. So it's like it doesn't make any sense, man. All right,
Yeah, it sounds like English with the number of exceptions there are to everything.
makes literally no sense at all. Thank God I'm not learning English. Can you imagine?
No, I can't. I'm very glad. Didn't have to do that. Very nice.
Yeah, I think I was actually incorrect with some of the things that I said, but I mean, it's still a nightmare to learn, right?
One classic thing that I know about learning French is that the French language, counting from 1 to 100, is its own journey.
Oh my God.
There's a YouTube video that I've seen of this, like the cabbie who's like talking about counting 1 to 100.
I sent you this video.
No, I've seen it way before. Like multiple years before you sent it to me.
Okay, all right, cool. All right.
And what I wanted to ask you is, have you learned how to count 1 to 100 yet? Can you count 1 to 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 8, right? 9, 10.
Okay. Where did the exceptions start coming in?
I mean, there's not really exceptions. It's just like weird how they do it.
Well,
so you have
I think there are exceptions, right? Like if you
well,
look at
I wouldn't call them exceptions, right? It's just like kind of how it is. I mean, so yeah, they have a different word all the way up to 16, and then 17 is 17, right? 18, 19. Dix nuts, huh? 19. So it's like 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9. And then it goes 20, which is 20.
I
And then
know,
it goes
but
20 and 1, right? And 20 and 1 is like its own special thing. And then it goes 22, 23, 24, right? I don't know. I mean, and then the 60, right? So you go 69 and then 60, 10.
for
I don't actually
70.
remember how to say it. Yeah, 70. There's no word for 70. It's 60, 10. And then it goes 60, 11, 60, 12, 60, 13, 60, 14, 60, 15, 60, 16, right? But there's no word for 60, 17, right? So it goes 60, 10, 7. 60, 10, 8, 60, 10, 9. And then we get to 80, right? There's no word for 80. It's 420s. So then you go 420 and 1, right? 422, 423. And then you get all the way to 420. I think it goes 420, 10. Yeah? There's no word for 90. There's 420, 10, 420, 11, 420, 12, 420, 13. And then you get to 420, 16. There's no word for 17, right? So it goes 420, 10, 7. 420, 10, 8, 420, 10, 9. And then you get to 100. 80, what, 420, 19, right? 99. And then you go cien. So a funny thing about this, right? It's like the year 1999 is like un mille 900 or something like that. Like 1,900, and then 99 is like 420,
420s, a 10, and a 9.
10, 9. Yeah. So whatever the French is for that, right? And then it goes to 2000, right? Which is just 2000. So just two words, 2000. So I'm sure they were very relieved when updating the calendar.
I think when you have the calendar, wouldn't you just write the numbers, as in like the
When they were
actual.
saying the numbers. I mean, can you imagine saying this in everyday speech? I don't know what they said. They probably just said 99. Well, actually, saying 99 is a mouthful in and of itself. Who knows what they said? How they refer to those people.
Oh yeah, I see. Well, I don't know. You can ask a native French person. How about that? When you're over there, see.
Yeah.
You can probably ask him like someone older than you. Be like, what year were you born? 1999. Ooh, how do you say that in French? Look at that! Look at that smooth ass transition. Yeah. So good.
You should put the words on the podcast as a visual aid.
What is that one? 1999. Mille neuf cent quatre-vingt-dix-neuf. Jesus Christ.
It goes 1999 to 2000. Those are the 99. 1999. Yeah. I don't know if it's 19 or 19.
19.
It's one or the other.
Yeah.
And then it
Well,
goes to demi.
I know that French is like that counting is a bit wacko later on, like from 60 to 100, right? It's not like well, I don't know, it's very relative based on what you learn first, right? Do you think French people think it's weird at all, or they just think
So
it's
weird.
normal?
They have a word for 70. Oh wow, that's strange. It goes 69, 70. I don't know. I mean, it's like, I mean, it just makes sense the way we do it, you know?
Yeah.
Like objectively, it just makes sense
Yeah.
because that's the way the number is written too, you know?
Yeah.
It's not, we don't write 60, 10. That's not a thing.
That's true. That's true.
Or 60, 11. I don't know.
Could just be I don't know. That would be something interesting to ask like an actual French person if they think it's like odd. Like a French person, the people at Grenoble, they're from France. They're gonna know English well enough as well, so they would be well accustomed to how counting is done in English. And then you can
Mm-hmm.
ask them what they think about
Send them
the two
send them a
things.
poll. See which one they prefer.
Yeah, do writing about public problems there, and then you can do your. I
Might
don't know how
update
that'd
to
be a public problem.
the French Language Academy, whatever it's called, l'Académie
Mm,
de la langue française.
no, I don't know. I feel like it's just different languages just have different ways of counting, because it's not exactly different in. It's not the words used that are different in Chinese, but one thing that is different that I've noticed is that past 10,000, everything is done in orders of 10,000. So, what I mean by that is instead of 2 million, you would have 210,000 instead. Like, that's
Yeah,
how they do
in
it.
India we have lakhs and crores. Have you ever heard of these?
No.
Um, so the way they say things, I don't actually remember what a lakh and a crore is. I think a crore is 10 million, and a lakh is 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
And big numbers are in terms of those. And they also
Mm.
like put the comma. They put the comma in different places um, in India. So like, I think the I don't actually know how they do it. I never understood it. But like sometimes you'll see like groupings of two.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way it is, it's like everything is in a group of two except for the last three. The last three are in a group of its own. Um, they do things weird elsewhere. I mean, this is like not even exotic, you know. Like there's some languages where they don't even count in base 10. It's like completely different.
Yeah.
Um, and like there's some like very strange counting ways linguistically.
Yeah. That's why I think it's just different, right? In how whatever language you learn first, you probably get accustomed to that, and then you just it's just a unique trait of that language or so, something like that. So maybe France isn't actually that wacky. That's why
Yeah.
I think it would be cool if you ask like an actual French person what they think about that. You know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, French is definitely not that wacky. I mean, this is probably the second easiest language to learn, like second to like Spanish. You know. Nah, that's probably not true. You can probably learn Italian
Dutch. I
easier
heard Dutch is literally like
or Dutch. Yeah.
English but different slightly.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like I mean, extremely similar to English.
Also,
Uh,
someone like that's also saying where you have English as your first language. Like maybe someone
that's my
who,
point. It's like not
right?
exotic.
Uh huh.
It's not an exotic language.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Okay. That's your current French adventures.
Be sure to catch us on the next episode where I
Where you've
reveal
already given up.
how soon I gave up. Yeah.
We'll see. When are you gonna be back? Is in 2 weeks?
It's on the 28th. Yeah. Please
Okay.
don't bomb my airplane.
What the
Where I'm
fuck?
leaving.
They won't even know which airplane you're flying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I gave them the date. They can figure it out. You know.
It's probably they don't know what airline you're gonna use.
Yeah. It's
There's
Qatar
a
Airways.
gonna fly to Qatar first. Gonna go to the CMU Qatar campus instead.
Uh huh.
You know, I am very curious. So one of the classes I have this semester is that improv class, right? And
You're taking improv.
it's like that improv class, yeah, improv in the workplace. That's what it's called.
Uh huh.
I haven't dropped it yet. And with these first 2 weeks being online, I don't know how we're gonna do this online. Like improv in a Zoom call, that just sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Actually, every kind of class on a Zoom call sounds terrible. I don't want to do Zoom University again. It really kind of sucks.
The one time I had a normal semester, I wasn't even there. It's so sad.
That's not true. The first semester was normal ever.
Yeah, I mean, I also was there. I mean, there were many things wrong with my statement, but I said it for dramatic effect. Okay?
Well, hopefully you'll get to finally experience it. I mean, you already did get like a light version, a LITE version last semester, taking one class.
Uh-huh.
So you'll be well accustomed. What are the 3 classes you're taking again?
OS, Intro to Computer System. Oh, fuck. Intro to
Security,
Computer Security, yes. And
bug catching.
correct.
Wow, those 3 classes. Do you know anybody
Exciting.
else in the security one?
Nope.
Oh, hey,
Meet some new people.
yeah, meet some new people. You can maybe ask them if they want to learn French as well.
Hi, I'm Elan. You want to learn French?
Learn some, get some new language buddies that way.
Uh-huh.
How about bug catching?
I know one person in bug catching, unless she dropped.
Um, wait, who? What? Unless they
Michelle?
dropped. Oh, yeah, I don't actually know. I have no information on that.
But other than that,
You should ask her if she wants to learn French.
yeah, do you think she's listening? Hey, Michelle, if you want to learn French, yeah, there's a Beatles song called Michelle, and
Yeah.
there's French in it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Isn't Michelle like? Isn't that like a French name?
Yeah. I think that's why they called it Michelle.
Oh, holy shit. That's crazy. I mean, not really, but sure.
Okay. I mean, there's like 4 French words, and the rest is English.
Yeah. All right. So why don't we go back, rewind like 5 weeks ago, to winter break, the start of winter
Take
break,
rewind time.
and you said you did nothing this winter break. I'm gonna call bullshit. You did at least something. So tell me one other thing besides learning French that you did this winter break.
Productive?
No, it doesn't have to be productive. Like, did you watch any
Yeah, I did
movies?
plenty of things. Yeah, I
Okay.
watched Spiderman.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Far From Home or No Way Home. That's the one, right? I
Yeah.
watched it too. So, do you want to actually like discuss the movie? What'd you think of it?
Okay, yeah. Spoiler disclaimer.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Yep.
I liked it. It was good. It was funny.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how everybody. I liked how it didn't have a happy ending. You know.
Yeah.
It's like a nice twist on the Marvel formula. You know, except Infinity War and this movie are probably. Well, actually, I don't know. I mean, I think those are the only 2 movies that like had not happy endings, right?
Sure.
Like, big
Yeah.
twists. Although I liked Infinity War more because everybody died. You know, that was like, that was like a huge twist. You know.
Was it really though? Because you already knew a lot of them were probably gonna come back in the next movie.
No, but like, can you imagine ending a movie like that?
Well,
That
I
was
can't
like a
imagine doing that
huge
if you already know there's
shocker.
gonna be another movie that's gonna like
I don't think they
continue on.
announced. I don't think they had announced Endgame
I mean,
when Infinity War came out. I don't think we knew there was going to be another movie at the time.
I'm pretty sure we did. Like, there's no way. You know what? I'll
No,
double
that
check
was a
that.
huge shocker. I remember.
I don't think
Everybody
it
died.
was. I don't think it's as big of a shock as you're making it out to be.
What? Everybody dying? Literally.
Everybody did not
He
die.
snapped his fingers. Okay, you know what I mean. Okay, sorry. It's not like Snowpiercer where everyone. Sorry, this is a disclaimer. Spoiler alert.
That's only Snowpiercer the movie. You know, there's a TV show too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Apparently, the TV show is actually better. He's got better reviews.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought the movie was well reviewed too.
Uh, I think it was very mixed. A lot of people loved it. A lot of people hated it.
No, no, no. I heard the movie received like wide critical acclaim, didn't it?
Okay, that's critics. I'm saying like user reaction and like people on YouTube and like
Okay, well, who
the
cares
general
about that?
consensus.
Their opinion doesn't count. The audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is 72%. I wouldn't call that mixed.
Which one, the show or the movie?
The movie.
Okay. And you think that's good? 72%?
Yeah, that's passing.
Yeah, that's passing. That could
That's
be
not
that could
mixed,
mean the
right?
average is like a lot of people loved it and a lot of people hated it.
No,
Yeah.
more people had to like it than hate it in order for it to be passing. Because passing is not like a low bar to clear. You know, that's like you passed. Good job, congratulations. C's get degrees. They say.
Sees that.
Hey, how was your academic college experience? It was kind of mixed. Yeah, but you got a degree, right? Yeah, but it's like no. I mean, you got a degree. It's like it's an accomplishment. It's good. Yeah, I don't think it was mixed. Yeah, I call that a success.
I think you could still call it mixed. Depends on
No,
the
mixed means
grades that
something.
you
Mixed
get.
mixed means like hovering around 50%. 60% maybe. 70% no way. Definitely not mixed.
Definitely could be mixed.
No.
Yes.
Under what universe have you ever heard anything with 70% positive reviews be called mixed? Even Steam doesn't do that. Steam is mostly positive on 70 plus percent.
These are under my universe, all right? Because I think 70% you could call it mixed.
No, you can't. Okay.
Yes, you
Poll,
can.
users, audience. All right, Gus. What do you think? Is 70% positive reviews a mixed response or a definitively
I'm not
positive?
saying like the movie. I'm saying it could be a mix between the two, right?
Okay, now you're changing. Okay, well, 99% is also a mix between positive and negative reviews, right?
Well, I'm saying 70%. It could be there's a good number of people that dislike the movie and a good number of people that like the movie as well. It
Okay,
could be
if
a mix
1%, say
of two
everybody in the
different
world,
people.
say everybody in the world um, watched this movie, okay, and 1% of them disliked it. All right, 99%, overwhelming number of people liked the movie, okay, but 1% did not. All right, that's like what is 1% of 7 billion?
Exactly,
It's like
but 70% is not 99%. It's
no.
trending towards
My
better,
point
but it's
is,
still mixed.
by your definition, you would still call 99% mixed because there's
Yes,
a sizable
there's a
number of
mix.
people.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a moot word then, right? It's a useless word. You've made the word mixed devoid of meaning.
No. It
Yeah,
definitely has a meaning.
it means less than 100%, which is like almost all movies.
It means mixed.
Actually, it is literally all movies. I can guarantee you, I can find at least one person who dislikes any movie.
It's still mixed. And I think I'm talking about the colloquial general definition of
Okay,
mixed.
so you've switched back. Now I'm right again. Okay.
No, you're not.
Yeah, because the colloquial definition of mixed excludes
Give me a
71%.
website that says mixed is a certain range of up to
Team.
60%. We're not talking about video games here. This is a movie. You can't use
Okay, so
Steam
now
as an
I've
example.
given you an
then.
example and you have dismissed it. You have dismissed
Which
my example.
example?
All right, give me an example. All right. The burden of proof is on
Okay, you
you.
can't
Okay?
say
Burden of proof
that.
is-
You can't just say
burden
to
of-
disprove me that I need to give proof. That's not how it works.
I'm
That
not
is
disproving
not
you.
how it works.
Well, I have disproven you, have I not?
No, you have
I've given
not.
you. I have falsified your statement. Now you've moved the goalposts.
How have you
yet again.
falsified my statement?
You're making your statement unfalsifiable by moving the goalposts constantly.
What?
By Karl Popper's.
No.
Yeah. You keep
Incorrect.
changing your definition of mixed. You
No,
keep
I'm
changing your
not.
definition of mixed. Yes, you are.
No, I am not. Okay. You know what? No Way Home. Okay. Did
That's
you
a pretty good
watch
movie.
did you watch the previous Spider-Mans?
Yeah, I did. I don't really remember.
No,
The
as
last
in
one
like
was the one
the
with.
ones with the different actors, like Toby
Oh yes.
and
Okay, that was a
Andrew.
long time ago. Though I don't remember anything about it.
Did you watch those though?
I did watch them. Yeah,
Okay.
I literally remember nothing. I remember the scene where the Sandman got created. He was like in the thing and it like started spinning around. But that's like my only memory from previous Spider-Man movies.
Mm.
I also had an Otto Octavius toy when I was little.
Oh, the like
Mm.
the guy with the squid arms.
Yeah. I used to
Mm.
have it too. When I was like very young, like 5 years old.
Wow, big fan.
Yeah. Huge fan.
Big fan, huge fan. Um, what did you think of the MIT shoutouts in the movie?
Oh my god, that was so funny. Yeah, I'll go talk to the dean of whatever.
I'm sure
Don't
that's how
worry,
it works. You know what's
guys.
funny? I saw on applying to college the subreddit, someone was like, if you're traumatized by MIT, like don't watch the movie or something. Because of the number of times they mention MIT.
That's so funny.
It's so ridiculous.
It's like so
It
so
makes
funny.
sense though, because like they mention MIT in previous Marvel movies as well from Tony Stark.
Mhm.
So I guess that's the ride or die university that they have to go with this whole franchise now. It's always
Yeah.
MIT.
If only it was Carnegie Mellon. Huh? Can you imagine?
They'd be like, everybody would be like, "What the fuck's the CMU?"
Yeah. What is that?
Central Michigan University. All right, here we go.
I
Uh,
remember when he got rejected from the first. They were doing like a montage of him getting rejected from all the places.
in the
The first one, it
movie.
was like, yeah, in the movie,
Oh
it was
yeah.
like the first letter came in or whatever. It was like, don't worry, it's just a safety. And I'm like, bro, he got rejected from a safety. That does not bode well, bro.
Oh man, that's
I
tough.
think it was good though. I
Yeah.
liked
I didn't even
what was
consider that. He got rejected from a fucking safety.
it?
Oh no. He must be one of those applying to college people where their safeties are like reach schools. It's like overshooting.
Yeah, my safety's Dartmouth.
Dartmouth. I applied to all the Ivies and the worst one is my safety.
Uh-huh.
That's how it works. What were we gonna say about
Um,
something with the
I don't
movie?
remember.
Oh,
He
lovely.
has to take his GED. I remember also.
Huh?
The last he like plopped down a bag because nobody knows who he is anymore. He doesn't have a high school degree. That was a nice detail at the
Wait,
end.
where?
He had a GED prep book at the very end, so he
Oh,
could take his high school credit exam.
did he not graduate from high school? Oh, he didn't, right?
He doesn't exist anymore. No, nobody remembers Peter Parker.
I know, but you can still have like so does that mean like if you had a certificate of your like graduation diploma, it just like burn away?
He said, Doctor Strange said that it's as though he never existed. Right?
Okay, so that means his passport's gone, his fucking he didn't have a driver's ID, whatever ID he had, birth certificate, no more social security, everything's just gone.
I don't actually know. That would be kind of fucked. Yeah, I don't have a
Like
social
how would
security
he
number.
survive in the modern world then with literally none of these things?
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh
I mean, he still had all his clothes, right?
okay, yeah.
Does he have receipts for the clothes? He
There
had
you
to buy them
go.
from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
None of those exist. So
Wow. Such interesting questions to ask of this kind of
yeah,
movie.
the clothes must have serial numbers, right? What
Yeah.
if it's like some kind of designer thing? And it's like you can take it somewhere to get it repaired. I mean, they have like a record of sale for that serial number.
Yeah. And it's gone now. It got wiped from the
Yeah,
database.
is this a stolen piece of clothing, sir?
That means Doctor Strange is very powerful. He can affect fucking database systems all over the world as well.
Yeah,
It's not just human minds, it's literally the electronic minds as well.
it's crazy.
Crazy. Wow. What a strong individual. Did you watch any other movies?
Um, um,
Did you do anything else besides watching movies? You said you did a lot of stuff, even if it wasn't productive.
well, okay, a lot of stuff is that's a It's a strong characterization.
I think
to
that's
put
what
it
you
so.
said yourself. I'm just
Yeah,
using your own words.
maybe I was exaggerating a little bit when I said a lot of stuff.
Okay, so if you're only exaggerating a little bit, then you
Okay,
should
maybe I was
still
like
have stuff.
exaggerating. Maybe I was exaggerating a little bit when I said that. Yeah.
That's still a little bit of a little bit, which means there should still be stuff, yeah?
Okay, maybe a little bit to the power of the 100. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Come on, give
Yeah.
me something else. You gotta help me out here, yeah?
I don't know. I mean, I got COVID.
Holy shit. Okay, that's
Yeah.
something. Just drop that.
I forgot about that one.
Okay. All right. Well, that's definitely one thing that happened over winter break.
Yeah.
Do you know how
We
that
went
happened?
to go see. I mean, we didn't go see a Mavs game. Sorry. Me and my friends and I, we went out,
Nice.
got dinner, and then we came to my friend's apartment and we watched the Mavs game there. And the game was so bad that we all got COVID. It was like it went to overtime. And they were like, okay. I'm talking about the Mavs game. Let's talk about COVID. But yeah, it was a terrible game, bro. There's a
How is that
almost
terrible?
buzzer
If
beater
you go to
corner.
overtime, isn't that exciting?
Yeah, it was exciting, but we lost
Oh,
at the very last
yeah.
second. They were just exchanging 3-pointers, like back and forth. They Mavs make a 3-pointer. I don't even remember what the
Well,
other team
that's
was.
really
I don't
exciting to
even watch
watch.
basketball.
That's like the best kind of basketball.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been great if we won.
I know.
Anyway, the Cowboys lost today also.
I watched that game.
Fucking
Did you
terrible, bro.
watch that?
I watched the
ending.
last 2 minutes. Yeah.
The ending.
Oh
my god, it's
I'm gonna
funny.
get COVID again from that.
Round 2. Hey, it's gonna be. Did you? Okay, let's go back to this actual story at hand. You're trying to distract me with the
Yeah,
fucking Cowboys. Jesus Christ. How? So, did one of your friends have COVID? Is that why?
yeah. One of them had COVID, and then we all got COVID.
Did he?
It
He
was like
didn't know at the time. Like he didn't have symptoms or anything.
no.
Then.
I think he woke up with a headache or something. That was like it.
Oh shit.
And we're all like double vaxxed. It's like we all
Yeah.
got it. This Omicron's it's no joke, man.
Okay, but did you actually have any symptoms? Like, did you feel sick or anything?
Yeah, I actually tested negative. So I woke up with a sore throat. I went to go get tested, and then I tested negative, and I was like, "Woohoo!" And I started licking all the doorknobs, you know. And then
I'm just imagining you doing that.
and then the next day, or that night rather, I couldn't sleep. It was like bad. You know, I had
Oh,
a
man.
fever. I didn't actually check my temperature until the next day. At that point, I think the fever had gone down, so I don't actually know how bad the fever got. But I like could not sleep. I was
Damn.
tossing, turning, chills, whatever. Next day, I was just kind of tired.
But no more
And then
fever.
no more fever. I mean, it was like 100 degrees, so like very, very low grade. If you can, I think fever is like 100 point something. So it's not technically a fever.
hmm
And then the next day,
You were all good
I had
again.
like a bit of no, I still had a bit of congestion. I went to go get tested again, and then I tested positive. And then my parents did not let me leave my room for a few days. And yeah, I mean, the next day I was like completely fine. So it was like 2.5 days tops
Okay.
of symptoms. I was like completely fine after that. Like no symptoms at all, not even a cough.
So, how would you say this compared with like the common cold? First-hand experience right now.
Well,
A
I
little
mean,
worse?
different colds. Not all colds come the same, you know.
Uh-huh. But this
Like,
is like not the worst you've had. Like
nah, I
not the
don't think so.
worst cold you've had. Not the worst.
When I went to New York
And you got sick there.
in May, yeah, I got sick.
And that wasn't COVID? Did you test for that one?
Well, I think 2 of my friends tested negative.
Okay.
I did not test, but that's probable negative.
And
at
that one
that
was
point,
worse.
like, yeah, that one was worse. I mean, I don't know about worse, but it lasted a lot longer. Like
Okay.
I had like congestion and cough for like a week.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Although, I mean, I've never had it so bad where I like couldn't sleep though. I don't think. Well, maybe I have. No, I definitely have. No, yeah, this definitely wasn't the worst. It was very mild too.
Okay. And what did you think of, or what did your, so after you tested positive, like your parents just quarantined you to your room, right? So you're just stuck in there like the whole time?
Yeah, I was stuck in there for a few days. They gave me dinner, and then
How'd you
I was like,
pee?
I have a bathroom attached to my room.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh yeah, you and your brother, you share one, right?
Yeah, it's called the Jack and Jill bathroom. How'd you know that? Did I say
You
that on the
you've
podcast
talked that
before?
before. Maybe not
Oh
on the
shoot.
podcast, but I think you have. It was
Uh-huh.
at some point. You told me about it. Maybe it was the last podcast when you were talking about stuff with your brother. I forgot.
Yeah, maybe I don't
Um,
know.
yeah. Okay.
Um,
how,
yeah,
how did that affect your mental psyche? How what do you think
dude,
of
I felt
being
awful. Bro.
quarantined?
That was horrible. Dude. Before that, I was going out like every night. Um, I went to go see. Oh, actually, I went to go see Spiderman after I got COVID. But yeah, we go out, get dinner, we like play basketball, we'd you know watch Mavs game, whatever. And then I got COVID, and then I stayed home for a week. Oh man, that was bad. Played Minecraft a little bit. That's good. I felt like Tejas. Uh, Dude, we gotta get Tejas on the podcast. Oh my god.
We
Oh,
have
that would
like a
be
whole
so
list
awesome.
of people. Like
We
this
need to get Tejas
semester,
on the podcast.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we might have to do it this semester just because I don't know if he's gonna be around for like a later.
Oh, you know what we can do? We can make the podcast in French if you learn French with me.
I'm
We can
not
cater
doing
to the
that.
French audience.
Sorry. No. It already sounds terrible because you know that semester where you're gonna be abroad, I don't even know how the time zones are gonna work. It's gonna be like real
Oh yeah.
bad.
Oh, that can't be. Are they GMT or an hour after? GMT plus 1?
It would probably be where I have to. Actually, I don't know. You stay up pretty late all the time, so
Yeah.
we could do it like standard Eastern time, and you'd still be awake or something.
Well, I'm trying to think because the time difference. Okay, so it's GMT plus 1, and then
Isn't it 5 hours ahead? That's what GMT is. So it'd be like 6 hour differential.
it's 5 hours ahead of me, Central Time.
Oh, okay. So just five
It's
hours ahead of Eastern then is
so 4
French.
hours. Oh wait, what the heck? Time in France is 5:44 a.m. Time in Pittsburgh is 11:44.
Yeah, six. Okay,
So
6 hours.
so it's 6 hours. Yeah. Oh, I guess because of daylight savings. Nope, we're not in daylight savings right now. Yeah, I guess it's just 6 hours. That's a long time. I thought they were closer.
Yeah, 6 hours. I don't know. Probably have to do it earlier. We'll think about it then. I mean, I have there's a lot of guests we have to get through, and Tejas certainly is one of them that I am excited to do. Um, I mean, with all these, you're so excited about getting Tejas on the podcast. What are you gonna ask him? Give me one question right now that you'd ask him.
How are you doing?
Oh, you're a great podcast co-host.
No, I mean, he's got one of those personalities, like it's impossible to talk to him and not be engaged.
I know. So what's one question that you'd ask him that is not like a standard everyday question? Something that you're
Uh,
curious about him that's like more deep or not
um,
surface level.
how deep are you?
What does that
Um,
even mean?
you see, it's up to interpretation. It's a good question.
No,
You know,
it's not. It's not even about
um,
him.
when did you first, or how did you first get into geography? Huh? How about that? Hmm?
Okay, that's a good question. That's something I
Okay.
would ask. There you go. Taking my fucking job now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't be taking your job. We're co-hosts.
That's true. You wish you were a co-host. You think so?
What do you mean? You can do this without me?
uh, yeah, probably not.
But,
But I still do a lot more work, so I'm just gonna
uh-huh,
say it's like the levels of co-host. It's like this is where you would say it is not mixed. Okay,
uh-huh, uh-huh,
right? According to your definition, it would be definitely
uh-huh.
not mixed. It's not even 70-30. It's like way more, I'd say.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
60-40.
Yeah, okay. Okay, you're a funny guy. You're a funny guy. Good one. Haha. Do your parents test like to see if they got COVID or they just didn't care?
No, they did not. They did not test. I mean, they didn't show any symptoms.
Yeah.
So I
Probably
don't
could
know.
have still gotten it. Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, they're both triple vaxxed. So.
Are you triple vax now?
No, I forgot my vaccine card in Pittsburgh, so I'm not going to do it until I get back.
Oh my god. Dude, I didn't even know those vaccine cards are going to be so important because when we first went for vaccinations, it was like they didn't say those cards were super important. Like you had to keep them, right?
No, but I think it's implied. I think it's like you can figure that out. I mean, like there's like blanks for the next two
I know,
vaccines.
but
I mean,
with how
that was
important
like
they
before we even
are,
needed the third one.
you literally need pictures of those as your proof of vaccination, right? You can't use anything else. So that is like the
Mhm.
be all end all. But they never really stress that at the beginning, like how important it'd be. Probably because they wouldn't know that everybody would be using them as like this important
I don't
thing.
know.
But
I think it's like very foreseeable. I mean, I thought that's how they would do it. I mean, why else would they give us a card that says we're vaccinated?
um,
Like, what other
it's a
vaccine have you
trinket.
gotten where they give you a card?
It's a memorabilia for going
uh-huh.
to your COVID vaccination site. Are you gonna plan
Literally, no
on?
other like flu vaccine. They don't give you a card, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it's just memorabilia for what a tremendous event we had in 2020 and
Mm-hmm.
2021 and
Show to your
20.
grandkids.
Was it 2019? No, it was 2020 when it first started, right?
It is called COVID-19 for a reason, Patrick.
Oh, yeah. It was 2020 when the actual stuff in the US started shutting down.
Yeah, it was 2020 when the bits of the world that actually matter to me actually started shutting down. But
Everywhere but
that's
China.
kind of sad.
Even in
Uh-huh.
China, I don't think they were actually they were shutting down by then. In
Uh-huh.
Wuhan, fucking Wuhan. Okay. Um so COVID, that's certainly I know 3 people now that have had COVID and they've all been on the
Sorry,
podcast.
this is
Actually, there's more than 3, but sorry, go ahead.
this is pertaining to the last thing we said.
Okay.
You were the first person. Like, I found out about COVID from you. You probably don't remember,
What?
but you told me about COVID.
Oh,
We went
did
to the
I?
gym. Yeah. We went to the gym in
Oh.
January of 2020. And as we were walking out of the gym, I have a very clear, distinct memory of this. I was like, I haven't seen the news in like several weeks. What's going on in the world? And then you were like, COVID in China. And I was like, what's that? And then you're like, it's a disease. It's like 60 cases. And I'm like, what? Why are you telling me this? 60K, who cares? I'm 60 people in China, like 1,000 miles away. So that I very distinctly remember. That's how
Damn.
I found out about COVID.
I remember the exact moment when when I found out that they were moving classes online because I was in the gym and then I was like checking my phone and then I saw that email and I was like, "What the fuck? Are you
Yeah,
kidding
I was
me?"
in Louisiana, I remember. Um, we were at a lake house for spring break,
Wow.
Airbnb, yeah. And then, boom, COVID.
Boom, COVID.
Yeah.
Great memories. Well,
Yeah,
not
I remember
really.
I flew back. Like, my family was wearing masks as like a joke almost. I don't think it was as a joke, but like they were all wearing. This is back when they were saying like don't wear masks. Like, do you remember? That seems so long ago. At the very start, they said don't wear masks.
Yeah, I remember that because I had family friends and my parents like the when we flew back, right? I think I wore maybe the first flight back, I didn't wear a mask, but like 2 weeks afterwards, so it was just like 2 weeks after spring break, I flew back again to get my stuff, right? To get a
Hmm.
lot of my stuff. And I did wear masks both times. And back then, a lot of people in the airport, like majority, were still not wearing masks. And I remember I was like, I think I wore it when in public in the airport, but then I took it off in the plane. So like I didn't wear the mask in the plane at that time,
No.
but I wore it
Yeah,
in
I
like
mean,
the airport and like
the official recommendation is not to wear a mask because
yeah,
of like
and that there
supply.
was like most people were not wearing, and I remember like
Hmm.
my parents were like whenever they went to like Costco or like other places, like they were in the minority of people wearing masks, and they were like, um, yeah, that was a time, and now that's just not what happened.
Yeah, so there's a picture of me coming back when I came for spring break. We all took a family picture at the airport, and my whole family is wearing a mask except for me.
So
uh,
proud of our anti-masker in our family.
yeah, it's actually so fun. It's like a picture. It aged like milk. That picture.
You know what's funny? Every single time on Facebook, um, I get updates of you from your mom, like
Yeah,
from
yeah,
her
because she
Facebook
tags me.
posts, and it's not just me. Like I have another friend who has you as a Facebook post friend, and they just keep seeing your mom's posts as well because you keep being tagged in, and we keep getting updates about you from there. If you check Facebook,
That's funny. Yeah, she does that.
what do you feel about your mom documenting your whole life? Did she post about you getting COVID?
No, no, no. You know, no.
So proud of my doubly vax son. Didn't get a booster yet, but he still got COVID. Get the shot now. Hashtag COVID.
Oh, here's I found the picture. This is another one. She tagged me. Put it on Facebook.
What photo are you
Yeah.
talking about? Oh, this is the one where you don't have the. Oh, your brother's wearing his glasses upside down.
Yeah, he's a funny kid.
He's a funny kid like that. Quirky, huh?
Huh?
Funny guy. Yeah. Look at you. No mask. Wow. Good job, man.
Yeah. And nobody else in the airport is either, though. If you look.
That's true. That's how it goes. Okay. Well, it seems like COVID was maybe not a highlight, but it was a memorable event of your winter break.
Yeah.
Um, did anything else memorable happen? Like, how was your
Uh,
New Year's, Christmas? How'd you
yeah, yeah.
celebrate those?
The last digit in the year went up by one. That was a pretty big deal.
That's true. Yeah.
Um, yeah, my parents uh signed up or not signed up. What do you call it? Like got tickets for this like party, whatever. At a there's this like nice like strip of restaurants. You can like walk around and stuff. And they have like
Yeah.
a food hall, and they were doing a New Year celebration there or whatever.
Mm.
Anyway, they got like tickets for that, and it turned out to be 21 plus, which is kind of funny. So my brother and I couldn't go.
So did they
So
still go and you guys just stayed home?
yeah, they came back for the actual like New Year
Oh,
moment.
okay.
Uh, yeah, they would they invited some other people for the other two tickets, the extra two tickets. Um, so that was funny.
You could have passed as 21.
They would check your ID. I don't have a fake, so
Well, just use your charisma, right?
uh-huh. Sure, yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, actually, well, there were like they told me that there were kids there and they got kicked out, like little kids. Um, so who knows if they actually checked the ID? Because how would the kids get inside
They're tiny
if
enough to just go in under the legs,
on the duct tape?
dodge and weave, bob and weave in through. So you and your brother just stayed home.
um, yeah.
Did you guys do anything?
Um, Well, my
No.
aunt and uncle came, so we watched the first episode of the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, the Boba Fett.
Yeah, it's like not good. I'm not a huge fan.
You know what?
Um,
Over the winter break, I watched. I caught up on a lot of. I rewatched like basically a lot of the Marvel movies and watched some of the ones that I'd never watched before as well. So one of the ones I watched was Black Widow. I
uh-huh.
remember you said it was like very boring and not good, and a lot of other people said that too. And you were very right. It was very boring and not very good. It was not a great movie.
Yeah,
Um, sorry, I just had to add that in there after.
yeah, it's not good. I agree. Bad movie.
Yeah, definitely. Um, that is something that you would definitely say is below mixed, or maybe just mixed.
No. It still has positive reviews. Actually, it's quite overwhelmingly positive. If you just look at the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, it is 91%.
Dude, that's why you
My,
can't trust Rotten Tomatoes. I never used Rotten Tomatoes ever.
my personal opinion has nothing to do with how the movie was received by the general public. Okay, IMDb 6.7 out of 10.
Yeah,
Maybe you can
6.7
call
is
that
not good.
mixed. I mean,
It's
maybe you can
average.
call that mixed. Like,
You would
I
call
think
that
that's
mixed.
acceptable to
6.7
call mixed.
is pretty average.
That's like, yeah, okay, sure. That's mixed. Fine. Okay, I think you
Alright.
can pass. But 70% and above, definitely not. Definitely not mixed.
What? 6.7 to 70. That is definitely within the same
70 to
ballpark.
73, 73 to 76.
It's the
Okay,
same
might as well say that
ballpark.
99.
It's the same ballpark.
Got a
Both
dollar line
mixed.
somewhere, bro.
They are
You gotta
both
drop one
mixed.
somewhere. I think 67 is on the high end of mixed. Okay.
And 73 is on the high end of mixed. 70
No,
is on the high end of mixed. Like
70
70
is
flat.
you are past the cutoff.
No,
For
you
sure.
are not.
At 70 flat.
There's
At
a
75?
movable mixed. There's no strict goalposts for mixed.
No. At 70 flat, you get a handshake and a pat on the back. Congratulations, you made a well-received movie. Okay? That's like
That's some straight bullshit. What the fuck? What kind of standards is that?
that's true. The movie making committee has decreed. This is like how it is. All right. That's how
You
it
wish.
be.
I really hope you are never a movie critic, because
What is the critic? Me? That's just me reviewing the movie. That has nothing to do with. I'm not making objective statements about how the movie was received. I'm just making subjective statements about how I think the movie was.
exactly, you're making subjective statements about what mixed is, because there's
No.
no objective.
70 is objectively not mixed.
Okay, no, that's false. You have no sources to back you up.
Yeah,
Literally
Steam.
none.
Video games are basically
Steam
movies.
is not. Those video games and movies are separate. You can't use Steam as a reference for that. That's a false equivalency. That's the
What
kind of
is it?
shit they taught us in those logic classes. Is like red herring, right? No, not red herring. False equivalency. You know, you can't use that as evidence.
Okay, what is admissible evidence in the court of Patrick Wongman, huh? Tell
Give me a website that says 70% is mixed for movies.
Okay,
Exactly. You have
get
not
back
found
to that.
one, so you.
Okay, give me a website that tells you anything at all about the percentage.
That's why
of people.
I'm saying it's subjective. It's not an objective fact that 70% is not mixed. See? Exactly. You lost.
We're gonna go on English
Take
baby.
the L, buddy. Take the L. Moving on.
No.
Moving on.
We'll let the audience decide. Okay. We'll let the audience decide.
That's the audience never loves me. It's unreal. I'm lost.
Because you're always wrong.
No, that's not true. This is a subjective. This is subjective. There's no objective fact for what you're saying. There's no websites, no sources, nothing to support it. So incorrect. Okay.
So here, this is the poll question.
Oh my god. We already said this earlier in the podcast.
Yeah, no. But we need to format the question properly. Right? We have a spectrum. Okay, it goes from We'll use the STEAM spectrum, okay? Overwhelmingly negative,
What the fuck?
mostly
Oh,
negative,
the steam.
mixed, okay? Overwhelmingly negative, mixed, mostly positive. I forgot the very negative and the very positive. Okay, very positive, and then overwhelmingly positive. Okay, 70%. Where on the spectrum does it lie? That's the question.
That is
Okay?
not the question.
What word would you use to describe 70% positive reviews? Okay.
Exactly. No, that's not the question. Like, that's not the question. The question is, you were saying 70% is mixed, objectively.
No,
Or
you
is
were
not.
saying.
You were saying 70%. No, you were saying 70% is not mixed, objectively. And I'm saying mixed is subjective. So 70% could be mixed. That is the whole argument right now. What you were just labeling as the question is not directly, it's a tangential question. Is not the actual thing that is being debated.
No. If most
It is
people
different.
no, but you can't bias them. You can't if you say is this mixed or not mixed. That's like the
I'm
word
saying
order.
it
Like
can be
mixed
mixed or it cannot be mixed. It's subjective. There's no objective thing that is saying 70% is not mixed.
The real question is, what if we get mixed opinions on our poll?
Oh my god. Fuck this. Okay. So you had family over New Year's? You guys watched
Yeah,
Boba Fett?
my uncle and grandma.
Mm.
Yeah, Boba Fett's kind of boring. We only watched. We watched the first
Did
episode.
you watch The Mandalorian?
Yeah, Mandalorian is pretty good. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't copy strike us for that.
I mean, Boba Fett is a Mandalorian too, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Mm-hmm.
I guess he didn't learn from his previous show then. That's a
Yeah.
shame.
You remember when he was first introduced and then he like killed everybody with the stick? Oh, did
In
you watch
Star
the
Wars?
Mandalorian? I mean, the Mandalorian. Did you watch it?
I watched the first episode.
Never
Was
mind.
that in the first episode?
No.
Okay,
He comes
well,
in. Wait, are you in the first episode of the first season?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He doesn't show up until the next season.
What, The Mandalorian? Or
No,
Boba
the
Fett?
Boba Fett.
Oh, Boba Fett's in The Mandalorian?
Isn't that what you asked?
No?
Wasn't he in the Mandalorian? I thought he was Boba Fett.
What? I didn't
Who is
ask a
he?
question. What?
No. Like 30 seconds ago, you asked me, wasn't he in the Mandalorian?
No, I did not ask that question.
That question you asked, yes. And I said, yeah. And then you said, oh, well, then he did not learn from the Mandalorian.
No, I said, is Boba Fett a Mandalorian? Because that's like a species, right? Like a race.
It's not a species, no.
Isn't
Now I
Mandalore
understand.
like a planet? And like a Mandalorian is like a person
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Mandalore?
It's like a religious sect.
Okay, yeah.
There's
So
like,
that's what I was asking. Is he like
no,
of that?
he is not a Mandalorian.
Oh, okay. He is
Yeah.
not. Interesting. Okay.
Boba Fett is he's a clone.
I thought that's what the Mandalorians. Isn't that? Do you remember Star Wars 2? Like they went to that cloning planet. Wasn't that Mandalore?
Was it Mandalore?
I thought that's what it was. I thought Mandalorians, like, isn't that where Jango and Boba Fett came from those clone people
Yeah.
on that planet? And I thought that planet was Mandalore, so that's why I thought they were both Mandalorians.
Yeah, well, he does wear Mandalorian armor. That's for sure.
Oh, okay.
I know
see.
that. His like green helmet, whatever, whatever he wears, that is Mandalorian armor. But yeah, I don't actually remember his origin. I don't think he's a Mandalorian though, because he like ran away, right? So he wasn't like brought up in the Mandalorian way.
So if you were born in the United States and then you ran away, you're not American?
Okay, let's not. I think he's a non-Mandalorian that wears Mandalorian armor. Okay.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Okay. And then you watch the ball drop, and then yeah. Was that your New Year's, basically?
Yeah. Then I went to
Fun.
sleep. Good times.
Good times.
Um,
How
what
about
else?
Christmas? How was that?
Oh, that's when I got COVID.
Oh fuck! Really? Wait, so did you have to spend Christmas in your room?
No, I eventually I was like, yeah, I'm not sick, guys. I'm just gonna walk around the house. You can't stop me. uh,
Nice one.
so Christmas, I went out. I think that's like when I went out. We had
Oh, wait, is that Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Eve.
Do you open your presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
We stayed till midnight and then opened the presents.
Okay, interesting. So you have to wait until like midnight and then you open your
Yeah.
presents.
Before, what we would do is we would go to midnight mass.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Boy, am I glad we don't do that anymore.
It's a COVID
Oh
super
man,
spreader. That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
they'd
Well,
say it.
but, I
They
mean,
label
that
it
is,
now.
yeah. I guess you could say that's why. Actually, um, yeah, it's like I don't know, man. Something about maybe I'm a bad Christian for saying this. No, but I mean, it's gross. They're going there, sitting there for an hour and a half or whatever. Fun times. Open gifts. I got I got like a little stand for my iPad.
All right.
Okay, I got a Carnegie Mellon sweatshirt also. So good. My brother got AirPods Pro.
Oh wow, nice.
Um, and
Does he
then
have an iPhone or an
yeah,
iPad?
he
Okay.
does. He has both, yeah. Also MacBook also. He's like full Apple integration.
Uh-oh. He's already gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um, what else? It was
Good
good
times.
time. We had ham.
That sounds
Uh,
good.
good ham.
Nice. I think we had takeout. We had some from like the night before or something. We went to buy some stuff and it was delicious.
Oh, that's good. What was it?
It was not ham. It was like uh Thai food or Korean food, something like that.
Traditional Christmas
It
meal.
was like Asian fusion stuff.
Traditional Christmas meal. Yeah.
That is traditional in my family. We just I don't know what's supposed to be standard Christmas meals. Like is it the same stuff you have on like Thanksgiving, like turkey and like
No, I think
cranberry?
it's ham.
Oh, it's ham? Okay.
The
Well,
Christmas ham.
we've definitely never had ham on Christmas. So, I don't think we follow the prescribed food menu for Christmas to a T, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Does your family ever have any traditions when opening presents? What I mean by that is when I was younger, my mom, who's in charge of like all the presents, like she wraps all the presents for everybody, including herself. uh, um, we used to play a game where it was like Wheel of Fortune, where she would put the present, like what the present was, and then she put the words describing it as like blank boxes, and then we'd have to try and like guess it before we opened it. Do you ever do
Mm-hmm.
anything like that?
No.
So it's just right away, straight to the point.
Yeah. I
You have the
mean,
present.
we would open them like one at a time, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
so we'd have time for like the videos and I mean, it used to be a lot more fun. Remember? Okay, I think we talked about this on the last podcast. How, sort of like every year the celebrations get like less and less, like less family comes, whatever. It's like kind of more mute.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Man, this Christmas, because I had COVID, nobody came, right? Um, we had to do it all alone. That was kind of sad. That was kind of
This
sad.
is all your fault, man.
Yeah,
That's
uh,
sad.
that's kind of sad. All my friends got COVID. That's crazy. Even the ones I didn't interact with.
Oh, even the ones that didn't go to that
Yeah,
Mavs
it's
game.
like,
Did
like
did did you ask him like what kind of symptoms they got? Like what was the range?
one of them had a 104-degree fever. That was like crazy.
Did any of them had no symptoms?
I think the ones that had no symptoms didn't get tested, so we don't know.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm wondering if like I've already gotten COVID and I just don't know. Like because it seems like with how prevalent Omicron is, just all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking
My friends are saying we flattened the curve the other way.
What does that mean? Oh, the other way.
Yeah, it's like it's a vertical vertical line.
Well, listen, if everyone gets it, but around the same amount of people, or like the mortality rate is a lot less, which is what it seems Omicron, that should be seen as a good thing, right?
Yeah, people are saying it's a good thing.
I know, but we're still doing the same we're still doing the same measures against it, even though like it's
Yeah.
supposedly a better thing. So I don't know if they really truly believe that.
Oh, they're saying 2 weeks only this time, but last time they didn't give us or they were like indefinite online class. And now,
Yeah. You really think it's only going to be 2 weeks? Like,
yes,
what are the
I
chances?
wholeheartedly believe that it's going to be only 2 weeks and we'll be back on campus.
Why though? Like, what if the cases keep increasing? Like,
It
why
looks
would
like it's
they?
flattening out. If you look up USA Corona stats,
Oh, no,
it
no.
looks like it's,
Okay. Well, you have to look at Pittsburgh Corona stats because that's what's actually relevant with the 2 weeks,
yeah,
right?
all right. Well, okay, fine, but still, I believe, I believe.
So, what if the cases don't flatten out?
I don't think it matters. I
Yeah.
think we'll have
Okay.
class.
I believe it doesn't matter. But then, if that's the case, like the case is still rising, then what was the point of the 2 weeks anyway?
I think the reason is because of peer pressure from other universities.
That's true. CMU actually did it way late, like as in their decision in telling people. I guess with that rationale.
I think we'll be back in person in 2 weeks. Mark my words. Okay, this is prediction time. Yeah,
I'm praying.
I'm not praying. I'm knowing.
No, all knowing. Yeah. I'm hoping so. Just I don't want to do online classes again. I want to be back in Pittsburgh. Also, I think in-person podcast episodes are just way better as well. They're just more fun, right? That's how it goes.
Yeah, that episode with the U where we like brought in the big chair and
That was the best vibe.
that was so good.
It's the only kind of vibe that IU brings as well. Like it's just so chill and just amazing times. Feels so good. It just feels so homely because the room is like not that big as well. It's just all three of us in there, just having a conversation. Makes it fun. All right. Sounds
all
about
right. Now it's your turn.
That's what I was about to say.
Stealing your job.
There you go. Let's just wrap up. Like, so you've got that's your whole winter break so far.
And then on January 2nd, I started learning French.
Oh, that sounds like it was like a New Year's thing, like because you started
almost a New Year's thing. Then
you didn't do it January 1st.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. At least
they say New Year's resolutions never work out, so I did it on January 2nd to make sure it's not a New Year's resolution.
What the fuck? I don't think that's how it works, but
that's exactly. I've unjinxed it.
Okay. Nice technicality. I see that's how you roll. Okay. As for me, okay. So for my winter break, let's see, what did I do? Oh, I said that I watched a lot of like Marvel movies, right? So I watched Iron Man 1 Iron Man 2, all the Avengers, Ant-Man 1 and 2, um, Black Widow, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Civil War, and Shang-Chi. So I don't know how many movies that is, but
Bunch.
a
That's
lot
a
of
lot
the
of movies.
movies I'd like forgotten the plots. Oh, I also watched the first Spider-Man, as in the one that was in the MCU. So that was like Homecoming, right? Because I forgot, like, I watched that after I watched No Way Home because I forgot I never watched the second one in between, the one Far From Home, right? So
Yeah, the one where they like
I
once
was
you
a
out.
little confused at the beginning of No Way Home why everyone knew him, right? And also
Uh-huh.
I was confused why MJ was his girlfriend cuz after Homecoming, she was not his girlfriend. She was still like a side character who wasn't super involved. Um, so I missed all of that in Far From Home. I mean, it still
That's
made the
yeah.
movie enjoyable enough, but um,
I mean, I think they do a pretty good job of introducing all that at the very start.
yeah, like I wasn't super confused. Like
Hmm.
I was just like, all right, I'm thrown into this, and I have no context about what happened before, but they explained it enough. It was like Mysterio revealed your name.
Yeah,
Wow. All right. Who's Mysterio? That's okay.
yeah.
um, so I watched like the whole point of that was watching a lot of the old ones where I'd forgotten what happened, like Iron Man.
Dude, it's so weird. They're like all the same, right? I watch a Marvel movie and then I immediately forget what it's about.
Yeah, it's like the plot arc, the general story. It follows a formula
This is
almost
why I really
always.
liked Infinity War, because Infinity War was not that formula. Infinity War, they lost, which was like amazing, you know?
Sure, that's true.
That was like,
Uh,
whoa, he snapped. It
whoa,
was
he
like a huge,
snaps.
it was like a huge cultural phenomenon, bro. Dude, I mean, come on, how do you not remember? It was like a big deal. Like, you
I know
remember
it
on
was a
Reddit?
big deal. I know it was a big deal. I'm just saying, like, what I was arguing is that it is not as unexpected, given that I think we already knew there's another one going to come out called, and maybe we didn't know the name, but there's going to be another Avengers to like wrap it all up, which would make sense. Like, imagine that being the very last Avengers. Then that would be very unexpected, right? They literally just lose, and that's it. That's the end of the Avengers story. But I think we knew there was going to be another one, so there was going to be more story, which would mean like, okay, it's not going to be as simple as they just lost. Then there's going to be more that happens, which is why I was
Mm,
saying it's. I agree with you that it's more unexpected, and it deviates from their predictable formula. But I'm just saying it's not completely out of left field because I think we already knew there was going to be another Avengers movie at that time.
yeah,
Like there were
that's true.
rumors and stuff. Um,
No, actually, you were right. They're not actually rumors, even. It's they announced Infinity War as a two-part, uh,
okay, exactly.
yeah,
So
two-part sequel.
you would
Yeah,
have to know that it's not
hmm.
just they lose. So it's like it could easily be like, especially if you have a two-part. I'm thinking about movies that have two parts, right? Do you remember? Have you watched Harry Potter 7?
Yeah, yeah. I don't actually remember anything
Like
about it,
Harry
but yeah.
Potter 7, the end of one was like when it was really bad, right? Because Dobby just died, I think.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it was when they escaped the manor or whatever, and he died,
Hmm.
and that's just sad, right? Um, I'm thinking, what's another two-parter? Like, you haven't watched Lord of the Rings? Oh, dude, you should have done that during winter break. You had all that time, didn't
Yeah.
watch Lord of the Rings. Uh, wasn't there? Did you ever watch the Hunger Game movies?
Yeah, but I really don't remember.
Yeah, I really don't remember. I just remember there was Mockingjay Part One and Part Two, but I don't remember what. I have to think though. If you have a Part One and a Part Two, there it makes sense for the story. They're going to be at like a low point at the end of Part One, and then
Yeah, yeah.
Part
Okay,
Two they like
all right,
rebound.
fine, fine. I'm sorry for liking Infinity War, Patrick.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I get it.
Jesus Christ, I sound like a dick. I am a dick, but I sound a lot like a dick. I have to make it sound like I'm not a dick, even though I am a dick.
uh,
That's my goal. Um, so I watched a lot of Marvel movies. I watched some of the ones that came out a long time ago, but I never watched before, like the Ant-Mans. Have you watched those?
yeah, I don't remember anything about them though.
Okay. All right. What I'll say is I like the Ant-Mans better than like the average Marvel movie. Like I
I
think
remember he went subatomic at the end. That was the thing. That's what I
yes,
remember.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
true. That, yeah. I mean that's like how he comes back in Endgame, right?
Oh, that was so funny, right? He came back and he was, he was like, "Where is everyone?" Yeah, yeah, I remember.
What's up, bro? Yeah, so that was one of the things I did over winter break. Uh for New Year's celebration, I had a friend come over and we played It Takes Two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we haven't finished the game yet. We're actually before I leave because I'm leaving next weekend, right? And then school is starting Tuesday. So on Monday, the last free day, he's gonna come over and we're gonna finish off the game.
Oh, have
Um,
you not finished before?
no, I've finished the game before. I haven't finished it with him, like
I
our
see. I see.
playthrough. We've
Hmm.
already gotten farther in the game than I have with you. So
Okay.
we yeah, we're like two chapters farther, and then we have the last two chapters to go through. So we're gonna do that. And he really likes the game, and I've played It Takes Two so many times because my sister also came back for winter break, right? And I
Hmm.
played the shed chapters with her as well. Um, and she actually really liked it. She never plays like video games, and she was like, "I actually like this one. I don't like the games we play, but this one was actually all right."
It's a good game. It's very gamey. Like it's a good like party game.
Yeah. Um,
Gamey as in like the mechanics are good fun.
did you know the game won Game of the Year at
Oh, did
the
it?
Game Awards this year? Yeah.
I think did they put that in like the Hammerslad's Discord? I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
I remember
Well
Adrian
deserved though.
did. Very well deserved. And with how many times I've played this game now, like in the over winter break and like over last semester with you, I have a new video idea that I've already been working on. All the different gadgets and power ups that the players have in different chapters. So,
Yeah.
like the hammer and the nail in the first one, and then the match gun and the sap gun in the tree, and then the the gravity boots and the enlarger in the moon section. Um, I was just gonna do a overall tier list, like a ranking list of all
Oh,
the chapters in the game and how I felt about all of them. Because I've played this game over 30 hours now. Um, and I've played this game with five different people. Or four different. One, two, three, four. I played this game with four different people now. To like varying degrees. So I have quite a lot of experience now with this game. So I want to make this tier list because I feel like well the main thing was I looked on YouTube and nobody's done a tier list on It Takes Two, like all the chapters. And I was like, okay, I'll do one then because I feel like I have the necessary experience to do that. So that is one of the videos that I'm working on. Um, writing up the script for that and getting all the necessary footage. So look out for that sometime in the future. Hopefully. Uh, what else happened? Oh, over winter break. This was actually a little bit, I think, the last week before actually leaving home for winter break. I finished Mayor of Easttown.
oh yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I like it. Um, you know, there's a fact that I learned from watching the show. Do you
Hmm.
know the name Siobhan. How do you say that?
Siobhan?
Siobhan? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I always thought it was Siobhan before this.
Mm. My
Um,
mom, my mom has a very old friend named Siobhan.
yeah.
But ever since I was little, I knew. That's my claim to knowledge.
No, I knew there was a person in like a tennis class I once took whose name was Siobhan, but I always thought it was Siobhan. Um, I just never noticed what the instructor always called her, but when I saw her name on the roster, I always thought it was Siobhan instead
Yeah,
of
it's a very Irish name.
yeah. So I guess from watching that show, I've learned how to pronounce Siobhan. You know,
Hmm.
a good skill, good lesson, and yeah, I like the show a lot as well. Um, I don't know what else to really say. I liked it. uh, enjoyable show, very enjoyable. I watched it in like 2 days, like
Yeah,
4 episodes in one day, 4 episodes in another day. Just powered through real fast.
the winter break away.
Yeah,
And I feel like I really feel like I didn't do that much this winter break. Honestly,
yeah.
it's kind of weird. Like I didn't watch very many movies, TV shows. I don't know where all the time went.
Well, I can't help you there. I'm sorry. Did you watch Arcane?
Nope.
Oh, unfortunate. I suggested that one to you. You should
Yeah,
finish it.
I've had other friends who suggest it to me too.
Are you gonna do it?
Eventually, that is my
Eventually.
answer to all things.
Good
Only
job.
we live forever,
Uh huh. And then the final notable thing that happened this winter break is I went to California for a week to visit my sister. We had a trip there, and she took me to a lot of food places and hiking. Have you ever been to any national parks in the United States?
huh? Yeah, probably. Um,
Like the ones in Hawaii? I am sure
oh yeah.
there's a couple. You might have gone there
Um,
during your trip there.
so are there any on in Maui? I'm sure.
Maybe. There's
Haleakala is a national park. Yeah, there you go. I went there.
okay.
Is Arcadia, whatever you call it? Is that a national park?
Arcadia? Isn't that in
Uh,
California?
Acadia.
Oh, Acadia.
It's in Maine. Yeah,
Yes,
that's a
yeah,
national park.
yeah,
I've been there.
yeah.
Is the Grand Canyon a national park? Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Um, yes, the answer to your question is yes.
I went to a national park, Joshua Tree, which is
Oh
in
yeah.
California.
Hmm.
They have the famed Joshua Tree at Joshua
Yeah.
Tree National Park, and did a bit of hiking there. There were some really nice views, a lot of fun times. I went to another place called Echo Mountain, where at the top, if you yelled like at the mountain, there it like echoes back to you, and that was like a really cool experience. Like
Mm.
I was just yelling there for like 5 minutes and just hearing my echo. I was just saying a bunch of random shit, and it was a lot of fun at Echo Mountain.
Right. How long is the delay?
Uh, it wasn't a long delay. It was like a second.
Mm.
You could just hear like just the small bits of echo, like when you shout something. Uh, and it
That's
was
cool.
really
It
cool.
reminds me in Chichen Itza in Mexico. If you stand at like the base of one of the stairs, clap really loud. Um, it sounds like a bird chirping. Like the echo sounds like a bird chirping. It's like really
Whoa!
cool. Yeah.
Did you record a
Uh,
video of that?
no, but I'm sure you can find it online.
Damn. Yeah, that sounds that's very unique. A bird, like how does that even work? A bird chirping? Like what kind of bird?
Um,
Like, what would the bird chirping sound be like? Like
I don't
church?
know. They say the name of the bird. It's what's like the national bird of Guatemala. What is it? Um,
I don't know.
the I can Google it. The Quetzal bird.
Okay, interesting. I a place to go whenever I go to
Yeah, you should
Mexico
go.
at some point. That'd be interesting. Um, yeah, I went to Echo Mountain, Joshua Tree, and then one other hiking place. It had a much more complicated name, so I already forgot it. The highlights were probably the food places that she took me to. Um, have you ever had sukamen? It's a type of
Super-
ramen where instead of ramen where everything's like in the bowl already, sukamen it's like they separate all the ingredients. So it's like dipping ramen. You can like put in the ingredients as you go. And it's like a alternative way to eat your ramen because you can like control how much stuff you put in. Um it's a interesting way. I honestly don't really get it. I feel like raw is just easier because everything's already
Yeah.
in there. But it was interesting at least. I also had street tacos in LA. Because apparently LA, did you know, is famous for their tacos? Do you know that about LA?
Um, I mean, no, but
Yeah, I
it
didn't know
sounds
that
like the
either.
thing that's plausibly true since it's LA.
Yeah, like she my sister gave another example of like another city that's famous for their food, but I was just thinking like no way every city has something that they're famous for. Like what would
Philly
Dallas.
cheesesteak.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's another one. She said like Philly is the cheesesteak. And then she asked me what would it be for Pittsburgh? And I said, would it be like the
Oh, the Primantis.
Primantis, like those
Yeah,
sandwiches? And I'm like, I've had those before and they're I don't know, they're
they
honestly
don't have
kind
to
of
be good, but it's true that Pittsburgh is famous for Primantis.
yeah. What would Dallas be known famous
Um,
for?
probably some kind of barbecue.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, like Dallas barbecue is a thing.
Sounds about right. Yeah, so I had the street tacos for the first time and Um, they're really good, very delicious. It was like the sukamen where they separated out all the ingredients, so they just had the meat inside the taco shells, and then you added
Oh yeah,
whatever else you wanted to it.
it's like
Um,
Las Palmas.
yeah.
Have you been to Las Palmas with us?
No, is this in Pittsburgh?
Yeah. It's the same thing. They give
Okay,
you the meat in the tortilla, and you put the things on.
we should go then in Pittsburgh
Yeah,
sometime.
pretty.
I got to compare with how it was in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your refined palate.
Not really. I think I'm really bad like with food in judging stuff because I honestly feel like all food I eat I'm like, "Oh, this is pretty good. I like it." Like even if it's supposed
Good.
to be really shit a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean that's good. You're not a picky eater.
Yeah, I think
Really
this
like.
is in stark contrast with how I watch movies a lot of times where I'm a lot more judgmental and be like, I don't know if I like this movie because of this, this, and this.
Yeah, I
Um,
like turn my brain off whenever I watch movies. So maybe that's
yeah,
why I like most movies that I watch.
yeah. I think I
Yeah,
turn
well, I didn't
off.
watch this one movie over break. It was I don't know, it was like some disaster movie, whatever. Like there was something that happened on the West Coast or something, and this guy who was in Chicago, he was like gonna fly back to Seattle to like see his fiance or whatever, and then like everything like shut down, and so he was like, oh boy, and so the whole movie was just him going with his like soon to be father-in-law on a road trip to the west from Chicago to the west. And it's like progressively getting worse and worse. There's like storm clouds and like heavy rain um and so it's like this big buildup to like what's going on in the west because like there's like no radio, like nobody knows anything. Cell phone service doesn't work. There's no electricity. There's like bandits, and it's just like getting progressively worse as they get towards West Coast. And then finally they make it. He reunites with his fiance. There's this like big volcanic eruption or whatever, and they're like, "Oh shoot, we got." This is like the climax of the movie. Yeah? They're like, "Oh my gosh, we gotta go!" They hop in the car. They start driving away because like, super intense. Yeah, and then the movie ends.
Oh, what? There's no resolution?
They're just driving away. It's like the storm clouds are like, whatever, like the dust, the debris or whatever is like slowly catching up to the car. And it's like very tense moment, and then credits.
What is this movie? What is it called?
Yeah, that's the funniest part. The movie is called How It Ends.
What? How It Ends. 2018. Wait, there's two
Terrible
movies
movie.
of this.
Oh, there's another one?
There's 2018 and 2021. Which one is it?
It's
Okay,
I don't know.
It's probably 2018. In the midst of an apocalypse, a man struggles to reach his pregnant wife, who is thousands of miles away. Yeah, it's got a 5.0.
It is so bad. Nothing happens.
The first review I see on IMDb. Now I know why Netflix has this. How It Ends. Good title for a movie that had no ending. I guess the writers had no idea what was happening in the world either, since they couldn't be bothered to tell us. Interesting movie.
Like there was no resolution. We never found out what actually happened. We don't know if they lived or not, or if they got away. Nothing.
Jeez.
Terrible movie. I recommend. Don't watch it. I'm not even gonna say spoiler alert. Just stay away from this movie.
Hey, maybe you can watch the How It Ends 2021 version instead, where this is instead a feel-good apocalyptic comedy where a woman embarks on a hilarious journey through LA in hopes of making it to her last party before it all ends. Wait, maybe this is like a sequel because it's apocalyptic also. What the fuck?
Maybe this is what was going on in LA at the same time.
Fucking comedians having a party. That's what happened.
I watched Don't Look Up.
Oh, I did too. I couldn't finish the movie though. I just felt it got boring and derivative like halfway through.
Yeah. It was like very targeted.
Yeah. Like it was
I don't know.
funny / had a message the first half, but then I felt like it was just doing the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't feel very interesting. And me and my sister never finished it. So
I liked the namesake of the movie, Don't Look Up. Did you get to the part where they started saying Don't Look Up?
I got to the part where they were going to blow up the rock for minerals and like rare metals. So that might be before.
Okay. Yeah. It's really funny. It's like so like eventually it got to the point where like you could see it in the sky. And so the professor and the little girl or whatever, the student, what's her name?
The little girl.
Jennifer Lawrence.
The PhD student person.
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence and Leo DiCaprio. They were like, oh my gosh, you can see it or whatever. And so then they started this whole campaign. It was like, just look up. It's right there. You can see it. And then the president and their supporters or whatever countered with "Don't look up." I thought that was pretty clever. So that's why the movie's called "Don't Look Up." I don't know. It was very lighthearted, I think.
Roll credits.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, it got to be a bit much. I don't know. And
that's how it goes.
That's how.
Oh, they all die. That's the end.
Yeah. The mission to blow up the rock fails, and then the asteroid crashes down and kills everyone, except for no. So okay, so
this is Snowpiercer. Someone alive survived.
Okay. Did you? I'm just gonna spoil the whole movie. You're probably not
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
watch it, right? Did you get to the part where the CEO predicts the president's death?
No.
Okay. Um, anyway, that part doesn't matter. I'm not gonna say anything then. They like a bunch of rich people go. They blast off on some rocket ship to get away from the planet. And they go. They like cryogenically freeze themselves, and then they end up on some planet like several thousand light years away. Um, but they forget the president's son, and he survives the thing. So at the very end, you see him like crawl out, and he's like, "Mama."
Wait, what? They forget
Yeah,
him. Oh,
they
in
forget
the
him
rocket
on
ship?
Earth.
Oh, on
No, they
planet
forget
Earth?
him on Earth, and then
How does he survive?
I don't know, bro. It was just for comedic effect. Honestly, it was a terrible movie. You know, the more I think about it, the worse it is.
I thought everyone died. I thought that's what you said. On Earth?
And everyone died except for the president's son.
Bruh.
Um, and then the president got eaten by some alien at the very end. Yeah, on the planet several
Wait, I didn't
thousand light
even
years
know
away.
she had a son. What the
Huh?
fuck? I didn't even know she had a son.
The like her chief of staff or whatever.
Oh, that guy? That's her son?
Yeah. Jonah
That
Hill.
Jonah Hill? And he survives?
Yeah.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Funny movie. Yeah. I mean, I watched like part of that and then didn't finish. I also watched when I was in California the first Harry Potter movie again
Oh yeah.
because I was gonna watch them all, but I didn't, and I only watched the
Yeah.
first one.
The movies kind of grew up with the kids.
Yeah,
The first movie is like a kids movie.
I think the
Actually,
second one is supposed to be too.
yeah.
I think all of them until like the fourth one, or maybe the third.
I mean, I don't know. It goes from kids movie to like young adult movie to like movie.
Movie. Yeah,
I guess.
I remember when I first watched part one, the seventh one, and there was that scene where Hermione's fucking naked. I was like, what is happening when I watched it in the movie theater? Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, it's when Ron has to stab the Horcrux with like the sword in like the lake, and then the Horcrux it like opens, right? Because it's a locket or whatever. And then it starts spawning like fucking ghosts and shit that are like, Ron, don't kill me or whatever. And one of them was like, it literally spawned Hermione and Harry making out, and they were both naked. I was like, what the fuck is going on in this movie? All right. What a great way to illustrate the points of that movie. Yeah, California trip, different exotic foods that I had. I went to this bakery called Porto's. I think it's only in California, but they had some of the best bakery stuff that I ever had. And they ship nationwide. So when I'm back in Pittsburgh, I might order some of them.
That'll be like stale.
I don't know how they're gonna do it, how they ship it around nationwide. I'm gonna at least try it once because their food was really good. Like the potato balls, which is what they're most famous for, that was really fucking good and delicious. I already want another one now that I'm just talking about it. So that's good food. You know, that's always the best part of a trip, I think. I don't know what else happened in the trip. Oh yeah, one last thing. I flew in to Burbank Airport. It's like the smaller airport. It's like probably the smallest airport I've been to. Where all the planes like have you ever exited or entered a plane where it's not the tunnel? Like the tunnel that's on
like a
stilts.
staircase, you mean?
Yeah, so it's more like a staircase and you're on the
Yeah.
ground. Yeah. This was like the second time And I think every plane, to get onto every plane at this airport, you had to, it didn't have the tunnels. So it was like that small of an airport. Um, it had like 10 terminals in total, like B1 to B5 and A1 to A5. But I really liked it. Like going through TSA was much faster. Everything just felt cozier. Small airports are nice.
Why'd you go there, not LAX?
Because it's closer to where my sister lives, and also who would want to go to LAX? Have you ever been to LAX? Right?
Yeah.
It's fucking
I mean,
huge. Like, do you
bigger
prefer bigger airports?
Well, no, I'm just saying it's like more common to go to the bigger airport, right?
Yeah, that's true. Luckily, there was a flight from Portland to Burbank there, so worked out in my favor. And let's see. I don't think there's anything else really happened. Winter break. Those are the big points. Oh, podcast related. I have uploaded clips of every episode now from season 1 and season 2. So we're going to be all up to date, clips from every episode so far. And yeah, if you aren't subscribed to the Clips channel yet, subscribe to there now, and you can get bite-sized content for your short ass.
To this one,
huh?
Too. Also subscribe to
Oh
this.
yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
to this channel too.
Yeah.
All those clips. I feel like I did an evolution. So at the beginning of the winter break, I set the goal that I had to complete all the clips, right? So since I started from 1, in the last episode that I didn't do clips was 16. The first 16 days of winter break, I made clips for 1 episode each day. So that was like the schedule that I kept at. So if you actually look at the upload dates on those clips, you'll see that it's like all the clips for 1 episode I uploaded one day, and then the next day I uploaded all the ones for the next day, and etc. etc. And I managed to accomplish my goal of getting all those clips done within the first 16 days, because I just did 1 each day. And what I said was like there was an evolution. I realized like later on I started doing a lot more of those short clips. If you look at the clips channel for like the last few episodes that I did clips for, like episode 16, 15, 14, there's a lot more clips that are like under 10 seconds. Like it was just like funny sound bites and shit that I uploaded. And I just started doing that, and I didn't do that as much for the first few. So I don't know why I started doing that. Maybe we just started talking more in sound bites, you know?
These are some long clips. 30 minutes?
Yeah. Wait, which one are you talking about?
How a student athlete picks CMU and
Oh,
manages his time.
Those are longer ones because it was from the one with Len, right? So he was talking about stuff. But then you can see like I have shorter ones, like 52 seconds, 59 seconds, 45 seconds,
no
6
views,
seconds.
No views, 4 views.
Oh, thank you.
That's fine. It's got 4 views. Cornell versus CMU. Who would you date? I wonder.
Do you remember that one? Clickbait titles,
no.
It works.
Honestly, I don't remember anything we talk about. It's like the Marvel movies, man.
Compared to me, I can look at almost all these titles and know automatically what was talked about. It's probably because I made these videos, but
we made these videos.
All right. 80 20 90 10. Oh, I remember one last thing about the California trip. This was something I've never seen before. They have pay to win highways in California where they have express lanes that you pay money to go into. Like when you're in it, and then like passing markers, they'll like you're supposed to have like a box that they'll like charge money to or something like that in your car. And if you don't have that and you're using the lane, you'll get like not fined, but you'll like have to pay money and they'll like charge you or
Yeah,
something.
they'll bill you based on your license plate, probably.
I have never seen those before. This is the first
Really?
time I saw those.
Wow.
Pay
They're
to win.
everywhere in Texas.
Well,
It's just called an express lane. It's just
I know I've been there. I've never seen them on Oregon.
never seen an express lane, really.
No, and I've
Wow.
driven I-5 like on road trips all the way up to Seattle. I don't remember express lanes from Portland to Seattle, and I don't remember it from Portland down to like Northern California either. This is like, and I only saw it like for a short stretch of one of the highways. It wasn't like super common. It was only on one highway for like a 5 minute stretch, and then there were no more express lanes elsewhere.
Mhm.
But it was a first for me. Pay to win highways. I was like, what the fuck? I was like very confused.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a toll road?
No, I've never seen those either.
Really?
Though I do know they exist. I did not know these
those are
existed.
pay to play highways.
Yeah, pay to play highways. Are they really common in Texas too?
I literally live like right next to one.
So is there like never any traffic there because people have to pay to use it?
No, it's no, you definitely get traffic. That thing is like the only way to get to Dallas. Well, not the only way. It's
Wait,
one
so
of
do
two
you
ways.
drive it on it too?
Yeah, all the time.
So
It's
you have
like
to pay each
the
time.
highway. You get this thing called the toll tag, and it makes it cheaper.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's like 50 cents every time you get on.
Bruh. Is this privately owned? Like this road? Is that
No,
why?
no. It's owned by the state.
What? And they're tolling people? What?
Oh, they gotta pay for the road somehow, right?
Because in Texas they don't charge enough taxes, I guess. That's why.
Yeah, this straight up. But there's no income tax here.
Yeah, I mean there's no sales tax in Oregon. Which one do you think makes more, sales tax or income tax? Probably.
I think it's probably the same, right? Well,
Okay. Well, we have no sales tax in Oregon, and I've never
similar,
seen a
yeah.
toll road. So,
Well, I mean, it depends on how high the taxes is. I think more than anything else. Because
Oregon certainly has high taxes, dude. I've seen the income tax tax bracket. It's like when I was working at home for summer, the internship, right? That was the main deduction I was getting from all my paychecks. It was the Oregon tax because I was like living in Oregon. They fucking tax they definitely tax more than like Pennsylvania. I think like even more than California at some points. So I don't know exactly how it goes, but yeah, that's the first time I saw pay to win highways.
That's crazy.
Also, I saw single lane highway construction lanes. So what I mean by that is they're doing construction on a part of a highway and they just have this like single lane in like the middle of the highway that where they like build. I don't get the purpose of it. So it's literally, there's like a divider between the highway, the two directions that the cars go, right? So suppose I'm on one side of the highway, like you're always on like the right side of it, right? The leftmost lane next to that divider between the two directions, there's just a single lane where they build another divider. So it's just like a single lane that has like two dividers around it. And it's just for some reason they have that. And apparently it's for construction, but I don't get how it works.
Wait, sorry. You drive in this lane, or they do the construction in this lane?
No, you drive in this lane. So it's
And they do
just like
construction around you?
yeah, so it's like but like there's still the other two lanes of like the highway because there's like 4 or 5 lanes on these huge ass California highways. And they're still like going by and they're doing like some construction, but I don't get why. What I don't understand is why they have this lane if the other like because whenever there was this lane, there was at least still like two lanes open outside of this one lane middle construction lane thing in the highway. So I don't know why they had that because it's not like you couldn't get past on the highway. You could still get past because there were always at least like two other free lanes, but they just built this weird ass single lane thing. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of this because it's hard to explain. Um, do you even can you like even visualize what I'm trying to like describe? I'm gonna pull up the Microsoft Paint for this. How about this? Okay. I'm gonna quickly share my screen and I'll show you what I mean. You have the highway, right? Okay. This is the middle divider. You know what? Let's make it yellow. This is like the two. Actually, there's usually like actual divider here, like made of concrete or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you have your lanes here, like multiple lanes, right? And you're going like this way. So what they did is the leftmost lane on the side that you're on, they literally built another divider like this. So you just had like a one lane road here, and then you had like the other two lanes here, and then maybe they would have like construction here. But there were always at least like two other lanes open alongside because it wasn't like taking up the entire highway. So what I don't get is why they made this one lane road here.
But did they put a divider on the other side too?
What do you mean the other side? Like so over here?
The lane where they're doing construction.
Like over here?
Yeah.
I think so. To like separate it off so cars just don't go into the construction way.
I mean, that just makes sense, right? They're doing construction in that one lane. They don't want to clog up the other lanes. It's like a natural thing to do. Right?
Huh.
I mean, what's the alternative?
Just do this.
Block off the entire highway?
Yeah. And just do it incrementally where you you know what? Okay, maybe I'm not a city planner, so I don't know. I just thought it seemed weird because maybe I didn't put a lot of thought into it. I didn't put a lot of thought into it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, never mind. Good job, California. You're doing great. Like, have you ever seen that before? Like, where they just have a single lane?
Maybe. I don't know. That sounds like a thing that I could have seen before. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's outlandish to do. Yeah.
It looked odd. I think that's the main thing, because I'd never seen it before. So, I guess I think the point of the whole story is I live a sheltered life.
You gotta go out and see the world. Come to France with us. Man, you'll see all kinds of wacko things there. They got like baguettes and funny hats.
Do you think
they'll speak French too?
I think they have toll roads in France.
Oh, I'm sure. There's libs.
Libs?
Yeah, that's what the French are.
What, the libs? Like liberals?
Yeah.
How does that make sense? Like, why would liberals have toll roads? Like, does that mean Texas is full of liberals then?
No, it's extra taxes. Yeah, Texas has them because they don't have any other way to get money from them.
How do they even charge it? Is it like they have cameras that look at your
Back in the olden days, like
they had like an actual person there, right?
There was a booth, a toll booth, You'd stop and you'd give him some coins, and then he'd let you go.
Yeah, but how is it done in the modern day?
And nowadays, they got cameras.
Okay.
Yeah, you just go through and they take a picture, and then that way you don't have to stop. It's pretty good. It's actually really good.
You know what I thought is their cameras. They're usually going to take your picture of your front, right? The front license plate.
Front or back. I mean, a lot of times people don't have a front license plate, even though it's required by law.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if it only takes the front, like, you can remove the front license plate. And I was thinking, like, police patrol cars wouldn't even really be able to see that because the only way you would see it is, like, if you're in front of them and you look behind. But why would you ever do that when you're driving? So, like, the police would only ever see, like, a missing back license plate.
Well, okay, yeah, it's true that the people. I've never heard of somebody getting caught for not having a front license plate, but that's not true. Like, you could be a policeman sitting on the side of the road, like checking people's speeds. You know, or you could also. I mean, it's
But
also
if
not
you're
hard
going
to look
fast
behind
on
you.
a toll highway, like, are you gonna be able to?
You're not okay if you're going fast enough to the point where the police literally cannot like see your car for long enough to tell it doesn't have a front license plate. You're going way too fast.
I don't know. Like, if you're standing by like highways, you can go up to like. My sister was fucking driving 80 plus most of the time.
Yeah, I mean that's
Um,
definitely not fast enough. That's like
that's not fast enough. Like, if you're just standing by the side of the highway,
to see that they don't have a front license plate.
but then you have to fucking catch them. Like, you're. Mm,
If they're speeding, you also have to catch them, don't you?
yeah. Except,
And
like,
also, if you're driving on the highway, you can 100% look behind you because that's what the mirror is for. That's like, yeah, you can see directly behind you.
I wonder if the police do that. Maybe
I'm
we
sure
should get
somebody.
a police officer on the podcast and we can ask him that.
Yeah, a chauvinist
I
pig.
also just I was also it's 2022. We could ask them that, not him that. Could be a male or a female.
Ask it that.
Now that's just very rude. Are you implying all cops are pigs?
Hello. I'm just kidding. Back the men in blue. The blue eyes matter.
Blue eyes matter. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Funny. Okay. Solid. I think we recapped everything needed. I have a lot more stuff to say, but my voice is getting tired. I think it's like I'm out of
Yeah, I mean,
practice.
we covered the whole break. That's good
Yeah,
enough.
mostly.
Cool. So, yeah. Welcome back to TBD3B, guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll stick around.
Hopefully, the next episode we'll do when we're both in person. You said, was it the 28th, 29th?
2/8.
2/8?
Yeah.
Okay, then we could probably do it on that weekend.
Yeah.
2 weeks from now. Oh,
2 semaines.
how excited are you for class on Wednesday?
Yeah.
What's your
Tuesday.
earliest class?
What? That starts on Tuesday.
Oh, you have a Tuesday class?
You don't have Tuesday class?
No, I have Monday, Wednesday, Friday. No Tuesday, Thursday classes.
Okay, you just assumed that I don't have Tuesday
Yeah,
classes
I
either.
forgot. I should remember. I remember security is on Tuesday, Thursday. Right?
Yeah, my first class on Tuesday is again cut this looking up part out. Meow meow.
Oh, it's probably computer security or something like that.
Semester schedule. I got bug catching and computer security.
Oh, so you only have OS for Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
There's a recitation for comp security on
Oh,
Friday.
okay. Have you
First
gotten
class.
your Canvas classes yet? Like on Canvas?
Um, can no.
Congratulations. I have I've gotten stuff for graphics, but not for my other three classes. They haven't said anything.
Algorithm design and analysis. I
Wrong
took that.
semester.
I got intro to computer security. Oh, did we got something though for I think bug catching. I
Mm,
don't think on Canvas. I got an email.
all right. Well,
So you don't
that's
have any
good.
class on Tuesday and Thursday?
No.
That's the life, man.
No, it was better last semester where it was like nothing Monday.
What? You had nothing on Monday?
Yeah.
Me too.
Last semester it was nothing Monday and one class Wednesday. And that one class was like the animation class.
Mm.
Yeah. I like nothing. I think I like nothing Monday better because it just gives you the 3-day weekend and it feels really nice. But nothing
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday, Thursday will be nice. That'll be 4 days where I actually don't have to do anything in the week. So awesome.
That's crazy, man. Well, yeah, that's crazy.
Real crazy. Okay, well, listeners, farmers,
Farmers.
computer
See, I
engineers.
I always try to think of at the end. I always try to think of like
It's always
random
farmers, isn't
terms,
it?
but I can never think of one. Fisherman. Yeah, that's one. There you go. All you fishermen out there.
All
Uh,
you psychologists,
like what did I say? A profession. Lawyer. We
lawyers,
need to compile a list. And
so we
then
could
go
cycle
down the
through
list.
it. Okay, what's for next
No,
episode?
no, we
Or
can't. We have to
okay,
save
we
it a
can't spoil
surprise.
it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, we'll figure that out. Hopefully, you all enjoy the new color for the season as well.
yeah,
Some nice green. Uh,
yeah.
I'm already thinking like with how many seasons there's gonna be. I'm thinking past when we're done with college, the seasons would probably be better to just be whole years. Because if we have the goal of keeping this going for a long time, like
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have a lot of seasons. You're gonna have like 100+ seasons if you go like
That's
25
crazy,
years.
man. I was not expecting this to go past college. That's a lofty goal you have there.
Do you think we could do it? Do you think you have the
Well,
ability?
let's get the 1 year mark done first.
Okay, that's true. That's true. Let's get there first. Let's not put the horse before the cart. Is that the saying?
I've never heard that before, but it sounds like it's a saying. Yeah,
Okay.
I know. I can tell what it means.
Wait, I'm gonna look this up right now. Horse
It sounds
before.
like sounds real.
I'm pretty sure this is a real saying.
Um,
Um,
cart before the horse.
the saying "put the cart before the horse." Um, okay, I think that's enough evidence to say that I was saying
And then
something.
we can put this image to illustrate.
Okay, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, that's enough. Bye bye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
See
Or
you
morning,
next
or
time.
afternoon, or whenever you are listening.
Adios.